Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. NFL preseason is fully underway after a slate of games last night, including a 16-14 win for the Cincinnati Bengals over the Detroit Lions. Joe Burrow played 2 series with his starting offensive line and finished 5 of 6 for 39 yards. On the diamond, the Cincinnati Reds were in Chicago. They beat the White Sox 9-8. The Redlegs will be back at home to start a weekend series with the Miami Marlins tonight with first pitch at 6:40. And up in Detroit, the Cleveland Guardians dropped 2 out of 3 to the Tigers after a 3-0 shutout loss yesterday. The Guardians will try to get back on track this weekend when they host the Padres for a 3-game set. First pitch for tonight's game is scheduled for 7:10. This update is sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, and trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register today at roosters.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Come on, Joe! Featuring producer Dylan.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time?
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Wagwan, another episode of T-Bone and Tyvis featuring Tyvis with the one chair because T-Bone continues to be on vacation with New York. We got my man Dylan behind the glass, and we always got my brother from another, Joshua Perry. Josh, how are you this morning, buddy?
I was kind of upset when I saw you walk in
Why?
because I feel like we're like low-key matching today.
I thought the same thing when I saw you.
It's a little bit disappointing.
This is sad.
It is.
Because, Josh, you've had your own style, like, since I've known you.
Yes.
And it seems like I'm shifting to your style, and I don't like that.
So I would say that I've also come back to the middle a little bit. Laundry wasn't done. So
Okay.
the selections were slim this morning.
Well, it's funny because I thought about you yesterday. So I was with you for a very long period of time yesterday. We did the show together, and then after that, we went over to the Woody
It's
to
like
watch
good
practice.
5 hours.
Yeah.
Straight.
The question I have for you is, as I got done, like as I left the Woody, I drove home and I was on the phone with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to know, did you get vented to yesterday?
About
Life. Because in the midst of me driving home, my wife vented to me about how stressful her day has been going. And in that venting, she also mentioned how stressed your wife is. So I got both of us. I got the wrath from both women yesterday. I need to know, did you hear any of this?
what was interesting was I came here, did the show. We did our thing at the Woody.
Mm-hmm.
I left straight from there.
Did you get some Chipotle?
I did not. I went to Cap City Diner.
Oh,
And I had a lunch appointment.
Oh, okay.
So I did that.
Most overrated spot in the city, by the way.
So you really...
Whoa.
Yeah, it's like that for me.
Come on, dude.
Yeah,
We're 3 minutes in.
not about it.
All right.
It's fine to me. I mean, I enjoy it.
That used to be my spot. After every home game, we would go to the Cap City on Olentangy River Road.
Yeah,
I don't
right here.
understand why that is a city staple, but I digress.
Come on, man.
Come
on, man. Anyway, so I went there, did my thing. Maddie, at that point, had taken her sisters to the movies.
Yeah, okay. I heard about this.
So there really wasn't a lot of back and forth between us at that point.
Okay.
Then I'm a golf big brother-in-law. So Maddie's 12-year-old sister is on the golf team at her school. So Maddie had to go run and pick up one of her teammates. Parents couldn't make the work schedules work to get to the golf match. So then we had to coordinate that. Now, I was under the impression that Madison's father was going to drive straight from the job site he was working at to this golf match.
Okay.
That didn't happen. I got home, and then very shortly after.
What time did you get home?
This was 2:18. I walked through the door.
Okay, so you been go.
Yes,
it's about 5 in the morning.
Yes,
yeah, you in trouble.
So then Mike comes moseying in, and I'm kind of like, oh, this is interesting. And so then I'm texting Maddie. I'm like, so what are the logistics here? Like if he's here, and I was picking my dad up because my dad wanted to go watch Evelyn. is Maddie's sister. And so I'm like, well, I don't want to go out there 45 minutes early and stand in that heat. If Mike's here, let's just take 2 cars. So that became a whole thing. And then there was a little extra. So by the end of the night, we're laying in bed. And this is probably 10 o'clock last night. Yeah. And this is when she started to unravel the day to me. Because we leave for this golf thing. It's like 4:30. We don't get back until, it was 7:30, 7:45.
Mm-hmm.
Got to put the kids down.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, as she is telling me about all of the different things, my eyes start to close.
Oh,
because I've been going.
Yeah, you tripping.
And so she's like, so are you just going to fall asleep like that? And I'm like, I'm trying not to, but I can't help it. So that was that. I was able to kick the can all the way down the road till
10
about
o'clock.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
And then pissed her off because she didn't have my full attention.
So as I leave the Woody at about 12:30, and I'm sitting there and I'm talking to Brian Browning and Emeka Don. I'm sitting there, we sit there eating the food, and we're in the mentorship, so we're waiting on the players to do their recovery and get up there, and then we want to sit there and converse with them while we have lunch. And they was a little late. So about 12:25-ish come around, and I mentioned to them, and I'm like, hey, my wife started school this week, so she's working, and then the kids are at home, and she's got the 2-month-old. So I say this to them, and they say, why are you still here? You need to go home and save your marriage because you can get in trouble.
Okay, so there was another former teammate that we have who gave the opposite advice yesterday. He said,
stay out.
No, he said that you don't need to ask for permission.
Oh,
yeah, you could just make a decision.
Yeah.
How's his marriage? Is he in one?
He's not married.
Okay.
He's not married. And I looked him square in his face and I said, brother, so that is not how this works. You can't do that.
So my take on that is, I think early on, it was a little bit different. When it was just me and Maddie, there was less of a discussion about, may I do this, may I do that. It was more of a, hey, I'm going to give you a heads up. This is what I plan on doing. Right? Because, she had her own thing. I was doing my own thing. We'd come together. It was cool. Once you add children into the mix, may I do this? Yeah. May I do that? Yeah. There's no more, hey, I'm getting ready to do this. Like, no, you're not.
Listen, yesterday, like I said, on the drive home, I got home at about 1 o'clock, and I heard my wife was just giving me the day. And it starts with our son, who's really good, but apparently last night he just kept getting up and he's not letting her get the appropriate amount of sleep that she needs to function. So I have to hear about that. Then I have to hear about the girls and how they are always back and forth arguing and all of those things. Then we were supposed to go to a kid's.
Lay doesn't seem like the arguing type.
Well, Lay is one of them kids that thinks she's slick. So this is what Lay like to do. No, because it's starting to bother me a little bit.
Okay.
So Lay is like a bully. Like it's like my way or the highway. Mm-hmm. And if she doesn't get her way, what she'll do is say, well, I'm not playing with you anymore. And then that's when Joe is
snaps.
Upset. So Joe is like, I just want to play. And she's like, no, I don't want to play with you anymore. And that really triggers Joe. And I think Lane knows that it triggers Joe.
That is some big sibling BS.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what Wes used to do. My older brother.
To deal with that part, and it is getting very frustrating. And I'm trying to teach Joe to just do your own thing.
No, you should teach Joe to put her hands on her big sister.
Yeah, for sure. I condone violence.
Same. This is what I used to. My older brother used to be like that. Like he would always try to act like he was Mr. Nice Guy. Oh, I'm so whatever. But he would do things purposefully to needle me and get under my skin. But it was never anything super flagrant. So then when I would snap on him, I would be the bad guy. But I would tear him up though.
You beat up Wes?
Mm-hmm.
You see,
many times.
You beat up Wes?
Many times.
You guys think that I have a mouth on me now. Imagine if I didn't have an older brother to keep me accountable growing up. I'd be way out of control. Now I know how to be slightly selective due to the consequences of having a big brother.
I think having an older sibling is overrated. I feel like honestly, in my dynamic, my family dynamic, I should be the older sibling. Because the older one,
you're the youngest though, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so am I.
The
youngest
older
of three.
one should be the wise one. That should be the one that everybody goes to for advice. It's the opposite.
The older one
come
is
to me.
the selfish one because they lived in a world by themselves for a certain amount of time.
That's not true.
It is. The youngest one, sometimes irresponsible, sometimes extremely responsible, but I don't think there's a lot of in between. The middle child is the most well-rounded.
Get out
Usually
of here.
the best looking, usually the smartest, usually the hardest working. That's the middle child. That's the one you strive to.
That is not true.
And also they have the most psychological problems.
I'm not denying that either. It drives our success.
All right, we got to go. Listen, a Texas Longhorn said he didn't consider joining the Buckeyes in the transfer portal, even though they called him. We will tell you who that is and why he didn't come here next. This is T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Another day, another wet commute for us on this early Friday. And we are seeing some breaking news right now after a crash. It's that 33 ramp. It's close to 315 in that southbound direction. All lanes are completely blocked off and completely shut down. For that detour, if you tend to take this area and this ramp, you'll continue 33. That turns into Long Street and then head downtown Columbus. South 3rd Street will get you going to Rich and Town Street, and from there, using that ramp to head eventually southbound on 315. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Recalculating route. Estimated arrival time. Never.
I'm Dr. Kandula, founder of Advent. For people with nasal congestion, sinus pressure, sleep apnea, snoring, or allergies, finding a solution feels like a never-ending road trip.
First stop, my primary doctor. Then the pharmacy. Then a sleep specialist. Then an ENT.
What if there was just one destination to treat your problems for good? Welcome to Advent, your one stop for breathing and sleep relief for over 20 years. Unlike other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care. 96% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement. Plus, most insurance is accepted for these effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
You have arrived at Clear Breathing.
Something big has just dropped at Hothead Burritos. Introducing barbecue pork carnitas. Juicy, mouth-watering pork carnitas. Our limited-time new citrus chipotle barbecue sauce. Savor the summer flavor. Hothead Burritos. Get up and get you some.
Nothing feels better on a hot summer day than coming home to a nice air-conditioned house. If your AC is on the fritz, don't sweat it. Call the pros at the Waterworks Heating and Cooling. We service all makes and models and can provide great savings on a Lennox home comfort system that delivers that perfect feeling. The Waterworks Heating and Cooling Services. Call us at 614-232-2222 and schedule fast service today. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results.
This is Gordon Miller for Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost mortgage. As a third-generation family-owned business, I learned early on the importance of relationships and always looking out for the best interest of the consumer. So back in 1987, I witnessed firsthand how closing costs worked and did not like what I saw. Averaging upwards of $15,000, the cost of refinancing was so high, it prevented borrowers from lowering their payment, while the cash to close on a purchase was doubled. That's insane. So 39 years ago, I developed a loan option without any cost at all. Instead of using your money, we used the lender's money. The result? A zero closing cost mortgage. Fast forward to today, and we've now saved consumers over $500 million in needless fees. So before you hand your money over to your lender, call Miller Lending and see why a no-cost loan is right for you. 877-9-NO-COST, or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
Make every swipe work for you when you open a new Visa from Kemba Financial Credit Union. And for a limited time, get $300 cash back when you spend $3,000. Apply at Kemba.org. Offer ends 10/31/26. Restrictions apply. Variable rate product. Equal opportunity lender. Qualified spend limit in the first 90 days.
What defines Ohio?
A place that dares to go first and never looks back. There's no slowing us down. At Jobs Ohio, our mission is clear. Strengthen job opportunities and empower Ohio's workforce. Another reason why Ohio is now ranked the #1 state for business by CNBC. This is what unstoppable feels like. We did it together, Ohio. Our time is now. See Ohio's momentum at jobsohio.com/Ohio's time.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Ohio's educators are dedicated to their students, but we can't do it alone. We need strong partnerships with parents and guardians, and we need support from our leaders to ensure our schools have the resources they need to fully staff our classrooms and provide a world-class education for all. When we work together, our students win.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Think you know Buckeye football? These two say, hold my beer. The Beat with Austin and Byrne.
Sponsored by the Waterworks.
Daily on the Fan's YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We have rain and some thunderstorms out there for the first part of our day. Could be some localized downpours this morning, so watch out for ponding on the roadways as you're heading on out. For the afternoon, rain chances are drastically lower. May even have a few peaks of sunshine here or there with highs in the lower 80s. For your Saturday, partly to mostly cloudy skies. A few showers and storms are possible, mainly later in the day, mid-80s. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
The two most mature people working at the radio station. And that's just because they wear pants. The pervert and the skivvies. Rothman and Ice.
Weekdays at noon.
The Fan. Remember the time producer Dylan said that Alabama should be in the playoffs and that Tyvis started yelling at him? Yeah, those were good times. And remember later that day when Tyvis punched him in the face? Oh, classic stuff. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome back. T-Bone is in New York, so filling in for him is the great Joshua Perry.
The good Joshua Perry.
Here we go again with that conversation. Josh, if the transfer portal was a thing, do you think you would have seriously considered it?
I might have.
Really?
Yeah,
but you played as a true freshman.
But do you remember what that year was like for me?
No, I don't.
Do you remember some of the names I was called?
No, I don't.
I can't say them.
It was that bad?
Oh, special teams meeting?
Was it Urban or was it Fick?
No, it was Urban.
What did he say to you?
So 5 days, we both enrolled early.
Yes, we did.
So January of 2012, we come rolling out to 5 a.m. workouts with no gear, by the way. They wouldn't even issue us gear. We didn't do anything wrong.
Correct.
So we do that little thing, right?
Do you know that, before you go on, do you know that after we did that, in my mind, because I was naive, I thought that that's just how college workouts was.
Oh, I knew that was not normal.
I thought it was just like, this is a college workout.
No, I knew that wasn't
When
normal.
I said that, the upperclassmen looked at me like, are you crazy?
That's a good mentality to have, I guess. Like, oh, yeah.
I felt like this is a regular workout.
No.
Like, I was like, why everybody mad?
You don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
There was nothing regular about what we did, by the way. But anyway, so we get through that week, and I'm walking down that long hallway over by the weight room in the Woody, and Urban's walking the other way. I'm walking out. He's coming back. And he was like, Perry, and I'm like, yep. He's like, I want to talk to you. I'm like, okay. So then he's like, I don't think you can play here. He's like,
Wait a minute. When did he say?
This was for like 5 days in. He's like, I don't think you can play here. I don't think you're gonna make it. He's like, you're not good enough.
He at least gave me a year before
He's like, I don't think you have enough twitch. He's like, I'm not sure about the toughness factor. He's like, I just don't think you're gonna make it here. And then what he did, because me and Luke Roberts were two linebackers that were
coming. He come in early.
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, he did not.
I think Luke came in early too.
I don't think he did. I'm pretty sure it was like 6 of it. It was me, you, Cardell, Mike Thomas, Jacoby Bourne, and Briante Dunn.
I don't know. I felt like Luke was there. But anyway, so me and him were committed when Tressel was recruiting, just like me and you.
That's why when they said Urban getting the job, I said, well, I probably ain't going there.
Well, I was like, let me make a call. And when he took the job, the high school coach called, and Urban was like, oh, we're so excited to have him lying.
Mm-hmm.
They recruited 3 more linebackers in that class, in the 2012 class, which he wasn't lying when he said, I don't think you can play here. Like, he 100% was like, yeah, the 3 guys I recruited are the guys that I really want.
Who was the other linebackers that got recruited?
Cam Williams.
Okay.
Great guy, love him.
Yep.
David Perkins.
Okay.
Got his ass up out of there. And Jamal Marcus.
Okay.
Yeah. Some do, some don't. Right? Hey, you're going to see 3 guys. You're going to see 3 guys walk into that room. You're going to see 3 guys walk through that door. One guy is going to be a real guy. He's going to be a great player for us. One guy is going to be average, and one guy is going to disappear. Right? We had 5 in that class. 3 disappeared.
3 of them.
Okay, so he and I don't know how much of a guy I was, but I was a little bit of a guy, and the other one was average. Okay, so he was kind of right.
So it was you and Cam.
Yes.
Dave Perkins, Jamal Marcus, and who was the last one?
Luke Roberts.
Luke Roberts, yeah.
Out of here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like to think that I would have made it here, but as a true freshman, obviously when you red shirt, you start to question a lot of things. The red shirting, well, I don't think you ain't got to worry about it no more. But red shirting is mentally a hard year because, you come in and you're like, well, let me see if I'm good enough to be here. You're going up against some talented players at Ohio State. For me, I'm on scout team. I'm going up against Devin Smith, Evan Spencer, Philly Brown. I'm going up against them, and I'm just kind of measuring where I'm at. Every now and again I'm making plays, but I'm like, I'm able to hang with them. Now, Devin Smith on the fades, you can forget about that. That's not happening. But everything else, I'm right there. So I'm thinking to myself, man, I think I'm good enough to be out there. Now, our corners, I was playing corner as a true freshman. At the time, we had Travis Howard and Bradley Roby. Obviously, Bradley goes on to be a first-round pick.
Pretty good.
And I don't know, did Trav get drafted? I feel like he might have. Maybe he went like 5th round, maybe to the Giants. I want to say it might have been. But anyway,
I feel like he was playing in Atlanta at one point.
He was playing in Atlanta at one point. But you look at those guys and you say, maybe I'm not quite there yet. But then I start thinking, well, if I went to Michigan State or West Virginia, I'd probably be starting right now. That was the thought that everybody had. So to answer the question, would I have entertained it? I would have thought about it, especially with the money factor. I definitely would have thought about it. And
the money factor, I feel like, is a different thing. Like, I'm just looking at this through the lens of what it was like for us.
Well, I was miserable for about a year and a half. Urban would have been like, good, go ahead.
Yeah, why don't you go out there and see how much you can get in the portal?
He would have strongly suggested that I hit the portal.
You know what? Go ask West Virginia what they would give you. That might be a good plan for you.
All right, I asked all this because yesterday, Rasheem Biles says that, he grew up in Pickerington Central, which is 25 miles roughly right around Ohio State. So he's local kid, right? He said when he entered the portal, there was reports about him visiting OSU.
I got the audio. You want to?
Oh, we got it?
Yes.
Let's hear it.
They call and stuff, but I ain't want to stay in Columbus for real, if I'm being honest. That was like, when I made my list, like, obviously we got agents and stuff, and I made my list and stuff, I told my mom and stuff, like, Columbus, I ain't really trying to be in Columbus. I ain't trying to be a Buckeye. Like, they ain't want me out of high school, and I was right there, so ain't no point in trying to get me now, you feel me? But I'm excited for that game, definitely. That's circled on my calendar for sure.
This is interesting because I get it.
I do too.
I actually totally understand where he's coming from. I mean, from a fact that you was right there and then you felt like they didn't recruit you at all. Like, obviously, growing up in Columbus, more times than not, that kid wants to go to Ohio State.
Yes, I get that.
I was about to say, don't say it's not true.
Well, I'm curious what his list was like of offers coming out, because we've also watched from that school dudes who didn't get recruited by Ohio State definitely got recruited by Michigan or Michigan State when they were good. But is that Pitt? Right, so like
you want to know what was his top?
Yeah, I'm just not sure that he had OSU caliber schools banging down his door at the time.
Well, he was a 3-star.
Okay, then. So I think there's a little bit of self-awareness that he probably has to have. Like, I get that, you would feel a way if that's a team that you loved and they didn't even pay you any attention at all. But I mean, was Alabama calling you?
So he, according to 24/7, he was deciding between Pittsburgh, Purdue, West Virginia, Marshall, and Akron. That's what's on his 24/7.
All right. So this goes exactly to my point. I don't think that they were like you were a player that they should have recruited, and they were just like
180,
and they were just like, nah, we don't want him. I don't think anybody of Ohio State's caliber was in on the kid. So Texas didn't want you either.
But I guess he looks at it as they didn't show him no love at all. So
I don't think there was a reason to.
Yeah, I mean, I think that people got to understand that Ohio State recruits nationally very well. Like, back in the day, back before Urban came and it truly expanded on the national recruiting, I think that this story would hold a lot more weight because it's an in-state kid who wants to go to Ohio State. And I think Tressel and guys before Tressel would have definitely entertained it. Maybe he doesn't walk away with an offer, but you at least have a relationship with him and you've seen him play and all of those things. I think now Ohio State recruits so much nationally that, I mean, heck, people was just mad a year or two ago at some of the kids from Ohio that was going to other places. The one safety from Shaker Heights went to Oregon.
Yep.
You got the corner that's went to USC.
Right.
So, like, Ohio State is not focused. I mean, they get some guys from Ohio, but that's not their main focus as it used to be.
I just feel like it is I feel like it's lacking a little bit of self-awareness to be a 3-star and be pissed that that Ohio State wasn't banging down your door. Now, I will say this, the other part, though, I like this whole, I've got that one circled. I'm looking forward to that one.
Well,
I feel like players,
first of all, you should have anyways. Whether you had this relationship or not.
I'm with you, but I feel like players nowadays are all like, oh, we got to go 1-0. We still got a week 1 game, and we got to take it 1 week at a time. Man, screw that. Tell me you're excited for the big ones. Yeah, listen, I know we got a game to start the season. We don't want to overlook anybody. However,
who are they?
My blood pressure goes up when it's time to play the big dogs. I've got this one circled. I like that.
I was ready to play every game. However, I will admit that there are games.
If somebody would have asked you in training camp about Michigan, would you be like, well, we got to take it week by week?
That's the politically correct answer.
What would you have said?
Me, personally? Yes. I've been ready for them since I came out the womb.
Thank you. And
that's what I would have said. But you can't ask me.
No, but that's me. My whole point, though.
You know you're going to get something crazy out of me.
I like when people do this. I feel like we ask athletes all the time to be honest. And then they're honest with us, and we criticize their honesty to the point where they give us these terrible PC answers. And I just want dudes to be like, no, I'm excited for the big one. Like, week 1, we're going to steamroll them dudes. Like, I know we got to go out there and play the game. We ain't really worried about that. We know exactly what's coming, and that's the thing we're worried about.
Apparently, this just in. I just got some breaking news. Apparently, Rasheem Biles had some legal troubles in high school as well. So that played a factor into it.
So we're just totally lacking self-awareness. I was a 3-star trouble guy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be pissed that I didn't get recruited. Like, come on, guys.
We do know that Ohio State does recruit high character people. So that could definitely play a factor into it.
I think most schools are probably like,
you don't want to deal like
if you can pick between a kid who hasn't been in trouble and a kid who has, you would pick the kid who hasn't.
Correct.
All things being equal.
We get 1 per class around here. Yeah. 1 per class.
We used to do a little bit more than 1 per class.
I'm talking about nowadays. Ohio State recruiting.
No, I'm with you on that.
Class.
We were definitely rolling the dice.
All right. In 2 minutes, we'll give you an update on Jaden Daniels' number controversy at LSU. This is T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
The road's still looking busy out there as the rain continues to fall down. Downtown Columbus, starting there, the 2 right lanes are blocked on 670 westbound, just passing 71 after a crash out there. Southwest side, here we go, outside of Grove City. Be careful, the left lane is blocked on 270 east, just passing 62. And also the west side getting a little bit busier. The 2 left lanes are blocked on 270 south, and you're passing Tuttle Mall. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
On this episode of Science Stuff, we're examining the fastest things on the planet like the cheetah. It can reach a land speed of over... probably having an off day happens to everybody, but here is the American race car. People love the thrill of the... Okay, next up is the Falcon. No, all right. Oh, great Caesar's ghost, what was that? Why, I think we've found the fastest... Let's watch in slow motion.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex.
It's Apex Pros, the pros who knows. They're the fastest thing on the planet. When you have a problem with your plumbing, furnace, air conditioner, or electrical system, Apex Pros gets to you faster than apparently everything. Leaves are blown from trees. Paint is stripped from buildings. Mothers clutch their children's hands. Because when you have something broken in your plumbing, HVAC, or electrical, you don't want to wait.
Columbus loves Apex Pros. ApexPros.com.
Common Man and Bob Capace here. So, Bob, you got this ring builder thing on your website.
Yep, you pick the diamond, the setting, customize your own engagement ring before you even come in this store.
I actually tried it.
You did?
It was ridiculously easy.
See, if Common Man can build a perfect ring online,
anybody can, because I'm dumb.
Then book an appointment and we'll help make it exactly the way you designed it.
That's why I always tell people, I know a guy. You too can design your own engagement ring with the ring builder at worthingtonjewelers.com. If I can do it, anyone can.
Worthington Jewelers, where Columbus gets engaged.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, so yesterday we touched on this at the buzzer, this Jaden Daniels story. If you're not familiar with it, Jaden Daniels has pretty much hired an attorney to inform LSU that they can no longer use his name, image, and likeness. This all came because LSU decided to give the number 5 jersey to one of the corners. DJ Pickett is the corner's name. And to me, this story has blown up in the past 24 hours. You've got guys from all over LSU speaking out on it. And to me personally, I think that this is the dumbest thing in the world. I get it, but like,
what are the LSU guys saying? The other guys?
They're saying, so Leonard Fournette spoke on it yesterday on his podcast, and he was saying basically you got to let it go. Jaden, just let it go. It's not that serious because nobody's bigger than the brand. That's kind of the message, that if you kind of go around and listen to different people talk, everybody kind of thinks like Jaden Daniels is taking this too far. And I agree with them. And DJ Pickett, the corner, we got the audio from him.
Yeah.
DJ Pickett, the corner, was asked about the controversy, and this is what he had to say.
With a number my whole life, since I was 4 years old. It's a number I was promised. I wish Jaden the best. Good player. He did real good here, so that's all.
I love the fact that I ain't changing it.
Nor should he. So I said this yesterday, and my feelings on this are like, if you guys had such an agreement, whatever the case was, that nobody else would wear the number, I would hope they would honor that. Also,
why would they have that agreement?
Also, if you didn't get it in writing, it doesn't actually exist. So that part to me looks weird. And by the way, I don't think you can send somebody a cease and desist over a number that, like, you don't own that number, right? So that's dumb. However, there is the other part of this where he's like, don't put my name up at the stadium, don't put my name up here, don't put my face up on there. I don't know. I mean, if you want to burn that bridge, you can burn that bridge. But I get where some guys would be like, I'm not getting paid off of that.
I understand that part of it. However, I think that you never really want to burn your college bridge, because I think the problem. I think the problem here is that
I think we wouldn't want to burn our bridge, but not every place is like our place.
That's fair.
Some guys don't care.
What gets me about this whole thing, and the part that bothers me about the Jaden Daniels aspect of it, is this ain't his coach. This is Lane Kiffin. Like, Lane Kiffin, I doubt Lane Kiffin came out and promised him that we're not gonna give somebody a jersey, because he don't owe Jaden Daniels anything. That wasn't his player.
So what you're saying is whatever potential agreements were made before Lane got there. Now he's there and he doesn't have to honor them?
Yes.
Fair.
You see, I'm in the camp that
It's Lane. Is he going to honor him anyway?
No.
I did. Like, so what are you talking about?
I'm in the camp that neither side is wrong. I understand LSU trying to get a great player, promising a number by doing that. I also don't. You said Jaden Daniels shouldn't burn a bridge. I don't think LSU should burn a bridge because I'm assuming part of the reason why you guys went to Ohio State is the legacy and the players that came before you guys and the success that they had on the field at Ohio State, and then they went on to the NFL. LSU has a similar vibe going on. You want someone like Jaden Daniels in your corner when they're trying to recruit the next best quarterback to be like, hey, Jaden Daniels won a Heisman here. Joe Burrow won a Heisman here. You could win a Heisman here.
You can still say the same thing.
I was going to say, like, I don't think he has to be happy for you to be
Yeah, but then it's like you come here and you're great and you're promised something and then this is how you're treated after the fact. I don't think that's good. I don't think that's for the perception of LSU and how they treat their former players. I don't think that this is good for them.
Put it in writing.
Yeah. I would say the other part about this, too, that we got here, the whole number thing, and I get like you want a Heisman, but kids who feel like they need to be promised a number.
Wait, how long was Jaden Daniels at LSU?
That's the other thing I was going to bring up.
Was it 1 seat, 2?
He was a transfer from Arizona State.
Correct.
It's not like he's like a 5-year player at LSU.
That's the only reason why I don't think he cares about burning the bridge. These guys are all mercenaries nowadays. I don't think they care. But promising dudes numbers to get them in the door, I couldn't recruit a guy who felt like he couldn't come to my place because he couldn't wear a certain number.
You telling me that you wouldn't have brought Devin Brown here if he couldn't wear 33 at quarterback?
If he had to wear that in order to be here, he'd have been somewhere else. That's it, just like there are too many more important things for me to be concerned about. If that is the one thing stopping you,
hold on, because
you will be stopped.
This we got to talk about this.
Go ahead.
Are you trying to say that the number doesn't hold weight to you?
You saw what number I wore. Clearly, it doesn't hold weight.
I understand that.
It's a terrible number.
Having that number.
Ass.
It does, no, not 37.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't care about numbers, clearly.
Were you tied to a number since 4 years old?
Well, no.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you had the same number since you was a kid.
Yes.
Like,
sometimes it's time to grow up.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, it is something there. It's something to the fact that, like, when I got that jersey on, I got that number on. So like, it feels different to me.
Well, I will qualify that statement. So if my father had a lucky number and he passed when I was young and I wore that number, it would mean something to me.
Okay.
But just because I started wearing a number at a certain age and that was what I always did, dog, like, okay, congratulations. Like that takes no talent. That takes nothing but just telling, bitching and moaning your whole career to wear a number.
I feel like the reason that Lane Kiffin probably looked at it like it's not a big deal is because 5 isn't the number at LSU. It's 7.
Sure.
So if the kid came in and said, I want to wear 7, I think there's a lot of pushback there. Like, you got to earn that. Like, they're not just giving true freshmen the number 7. Like, they do it at Ohio State with the number 2, and we'll see about that. But anyway.
I just think guaranteeing anybody, if you have to do that to close the deal, I feel like our priorities are not ever going to be aligned. I feel like we think about this thing differently.
You don't think that as a coach.
Like if you said, I need 23, I would have said West Virginia and Michigan State probably got it open.
I feel like, no, I don't think you would.
I would.
I don't think you would.
Yes, I would.
If I was some big-time 5-star recruit.
Which this kid is, by the way.
And I said
they usually are.
And you was a coach, and I came, and you was at Ohio State, and I said I wanted the number 23, and I had to have it. You probably would be like, sure, because it doesn't mean anything.
It's the principle.
Like, as a coach, is okay, who cares?
It's the principle of the idea that you can't be here unless you're wearing a certain number. I can't get my mind there. I'm telling you as a guy who wore a number I can't stand. Like, it's not that big a deal.
That's because you wore a number that you can't stand.
Right. That's the whole point. It's not a big deal.
What was your number in high school? 18?
So I wore 18 in high school. When I came in, I was wearing 15.
Did 18 mean anything?
No.
Why did you get that number?
I played quarterback when I first entered high school and just kind of kept the number. Boy was spending it.
Peyton Manning? You guys learning from Peyton Manning.
Learning back to Peyton Manning. So here's the point that I'm getting to. I wore 15 when I first came in.
And Devin Smith ruined that.
He did, because we were on punt team together.
Yeah.
Devin was the veteran guy. He keeps the number. Devin switched out of that number, by the way.
Which you could have went back to, but Zeke took it.
Well, I could have gone back to it, but I had already started wearing 37 for the rest of that year. And my family started buying jerseys. And it just wasn't that big a freaking deal to bitch and moan about getting into a different number. It just doesn't matter that much. If you're a ball player, you're there to play ball. You're not there to pick numbers. You're not there for the vanity of it. You're there to make plays. And I just don't think I can ever get in the same mindset. I will never be able to see the game the same way as a guy who will not come to my place because he can't wear a certain number. Go wear it somewhere else, and hopefully you're great there, because you just can't have it here.
Poor James, when he gets older and tries to
I'm
wear
going to
37.
make him wear the most raggedy numbers, bro. If he's a running back in Pee Wee football, I'm making him wear 63, just off of the idea that it doesn't matter.
Hazy. All right, listen, I got to go do TV. Some of our coworkers think Buckeye Nation should be nervous about Tavian St. Clair, and the reason why may surprise you. We'll tell you why when we come back. This is T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still looking at some breaking news out on your roads. If you tend to use that 33 ramp to 315 South, you won't be able to do so right now after a crash. It calls that entire ramp to be blocked off. So for that detour, yet again, you're going to take 33, continue towards Long Street, then eventually southbound on South 3rd Street through downtown, then more towards that westbound direction on Rich and Town Street. From there, you can use that ramp to head eventually 315 in that southbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
State Fair food is getting smaller and pricier.
We'll have room for fried cookies.
Okay, you never overspend on food. What's your deal?
What's his deal? He went to Metro and got $450 in value on the new Samsung Galaxy A37 5G for free and no activation fees.
Free phone? Oh, sign me up.
Get that more for your money feeling. Only on Metro by T-Mobile.
Bring your number and activate $40 period plan. $450 based on device discount, waived activation fee. Not available if with Metro T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Did you know you can save up to $35 on your next fill-up? Redeem your points for big savings at the pump. Exclusions apply. See site for details. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Scotty Vegas here, and I've had my Ford Bronco from Krieger Ford for a couple months, and let me tell you, best purchase ever. First oil change, Krieger Ford came right to my driveway. Krieger Ford on Morse Road. Best bet I've made in a long time. KriegerFord.com.
Every year, summer ends and the kids go back to school. This year, I'm going back too, at My Computer Career. They helped me get financial aid, and I got to choose online or on-campus classes to fit my needs. Now I'm on a fast track to a high-demand IT career where the rewards can finally match my value. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu. It's never too late to go back to school.
Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
at participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
When it's too hot to go out, it's definitely too hot for your AC to go out. The Waterworks Heating and Cooling Pros are here to help. We offer fast repair and AC replacement for any cooling system when you need it. Plus, we're a premier Lennox dealer and can install an energy-efficient system for a great price. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit us online at thewaterworks.com. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results.
Common Man and Timmy here for our friends at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Mikey, there's so much fun this month. It's just fantastic.
We've got Sun-Kissed Summer Saturday drawings where you can win up to $500 in pen cash, plus all-you-can-eat crab legs still going on.
You mean the Canadian snow crab legs, corn on the cob, and Hawaiian rolls every Tuesday?
Of course. Plus the last Saturday in the month, play the Queen's Gamble for a chance to win up to $5,000 in pen cash.
5,000? Must be 21 to enter. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Do you feel that? The season is getting closer. Buckeye football comes your way in 22 days. Every game, every season. Proud to be your flagship home for Ohio State football. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
If your kid is complaining about not wanting to go to school, blast the volume on this show. You won't have any more problems. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, so one of the touchy subjects is, which is crazy because this only happens at Ohio State with our fan base, is that people are trying to figure out who's going to be the backup quarterback. Now, it's penciled in. Everybody believes it's Tavian St. Clair, but they went out in the portal and they got Justin Martin from Maryland, who's a pretty decent quarterback. I think last year when I covered Maryland, Malik Washington ended up getting the start, the nod over him, but they said that he was a pretty good quarterback. And we talked with our boys from Austin and Berm and Jay-Z. They had a conversation about maybe Tavian St. Clair isn't the guy in Penn to be the backup. Play that audio.
I honestly think that there's probably a closer competition between Luke Fahey and Tavian St. Clair to be the backup for this team.
Did come up in discussion, Berm, on Thursday from Ryan Day when he was asked, as he always is, about what positions he's looking at, and he named backup quarterback for no reason.
Watching Ryan working with Tavian a lot individually and pulling him aside after a number of different plays, pulling him aside and saying, what are you seeing here? Not always like in the nicest tone.
Not always fun conversation.
So it's funny because during spring ball, I too got to see, that Ryan Day talk with Tavian, and he was
Ryan will get after him.
No, he 100% does. And it's so funny because I think it's the fact that they're trying to get Tavian to understand that you are one play away. Right. You got all the intangibles to be a really good quarterback. You got the size, you throw the ball really well. But at the end of the day, if Julian Sain goes down, you're in there. And here, just because you're the backup, that's not no excuse.
It's a matter of fact.
You still have to go out. As a matter of fact,
we have seen so many good backups here.
Yeah.
That nobody is ever going to give you the benefit of the doubt. It's Ryan Day is notorious for quarterback competition, right? Like every year when you had a starter that left the program, they're obviously like, oh, this is the next guy up. And it would always be a competition regardless.
Yeah, but usually who they thought was the next guy up is
right. But he would still make you go like a week and a half or 2 weeks into camp having this discussion. And, well, this guy does this well. And, maybe there's a little separation, not very much, just to create that competitive environment and to put guys on edge. Well, you have Julian coming back, so you don't do that with your starting quarterback. Mm-hmm. But you sure as hell can do it with your backup quarterback because, to your point, that guy's got to be ready too.
Yeah.
He's got to be ready in case he's got to roll at some point this year. And when Julian leaves, you want to make sure that this guy wasn't putzing around for a full year behind, wasn't learning in back of Julian saying.
You don't want to lose recipes.
You don't want to lose any recipes. So I think part of this is a very intentional process of I can be really hard on this guy because in a perfect world, we're not really expecting him to play right now. Yeah. And I need to keep the pressure on him. And he could probably handle getting beat up a little bit in camp just from the the coaching and the mental side. But like we're trying to develop guys.
I think people got to understand, and you've heard it from so many quarterbacks that transferred to here. Like Will Howard was the latest, where the way that they coach quarterbacks here is an advanced level. So even for a high school kid, he played at Bell Fountain. I don't even know what that is.
I think it's D4.
That's what I'm saying.
D3 maybe.
Yeah.
D3, I want to say.
So it's like not the top ball in Ohio. So like you got to deal with that, and you don't know where the learning curve is. You don't know what that high school is teaching him to do and things like that. So when you get him here, obviously you figure out like, okay, there's either a lot that he needs to learn or it's not that much, and we can, continue to build on it. I think with him, it might have been a project because, again, they teach quarterback at an advanced level. A high school coach could think that, like, all right, if I teach him this, that, and that, he'll be good. That's a good foundation. But when you come to Ohio State, just listening to Will Howard, like, talk about how they view guys as being open. Like Will Howard said when he first got here, they would watch tape and they would say, hey, such and such is open. And he'd be like, the guy got 2 people on him. They say, yeah, but if you throw that ball right here, that he's open.
Right.
So you got to actually throw guys open. So if you've never looked at it from that lens, it's hard and you don't see it that way. So I can understand why Ryan Day and company is tough on Tavian. And I also can understand from Tavian's standpoint of why it's like, I'm not used to that. Like, that's not what I did in high school.
So let me ask you guys, is this more of like one of Ryan Day's fugazi quarterback battles that he loves to have, but it's just at the backup quarterback position? Or should people be actually concerned that, God forbid, Julian Sayin gets hurt very early on in the season, that Tavian isn't going to be the guy that's taking the snaps after him?
I think the backup quarterback approach is something that intrigues me because I think that Tavian is the backup, and I think that
I believe that too.
They would prefer for him to take snaps if anything were to happen to Julian. But the coach has to trust the backup quarterback. They have to trust that the guy will go in there and can verbalize a play call, which they are calling NFL plays in the huddle. They call a play, they'll can it, and they'll have a second play like that. It is an NFL verbiage system. So they have to trust they could do that.
Yeah.
Then get guys lined up and then go out there and not turn the ball over. And so sometimes you'll see the more talented guy isn't the backup because he's not the most trustworthy guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Ryan wants to have a similar level of trust in his backup as he does his starter, and that's why he's so hard.
Was Cardell a trustworthy guy?
He wasn't until we saw him go out there and make plays.
He wasn't until he was.
Yeah, for real. I don't think anybody would have said, oh, yeah, I trust.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. When JT went down and he went jogging in, I was good. I was good with it. You know why? Because I always, don't look at me like that, first of all, because I always said one thing about Cardell is he could throw that ball. Like,
yeah.
I don't know about the terminology, getting guys set up, but if you tell him to take a 5-step drop and fire that ball, he could do that with the best.
They used to say?
So I was good.
Jamarcus Russell can throw that ball, if it's one thing I know. Right? It's like, that's why it's not so simple. I think we all felt like Cardell could spin it, but, there's no reason an athlete that looked like him and could throw it like him should have ever been third on a depth chart to begin with.
Cardell?
Yeah.
Well.
So that's kind of where you get the trust factor from.
Well, I mean, the guy that was the starting guy was like a human highlight reel. So.
Yeah, no, he was fantastic for sure. But like,
and JT probably maybe it was above shoulders.
Yes. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. So in this situation, it's not crazy to think that Luke Fahey,
right? That's what I'm saying,
or Justin Martin. Which, like again, I think they got Justin Martin for break glass purposes.
100%.
Like, I need somebody that if I believe Tavian St. Clair is the backup. If Tavian St. Clair can't handle it and Luke Fahey can't handle it because they're young,
right?
We got a guy that's played in games, that's got experience, that can go out there and still get.
I agree.
Done. I think that's what that's about.
But I think that the only thing that would stop Tavian is if they didn't trust him. That's what it comes down to.
It does make me wonder now. Like, if you're telling me Julian Sayin rolled an ankle and he's going to miss the rest of the game, okay, I'm good. But if you're telling me Julian is out for extended time, like 4 to 5 weeks, I don't know. That's actually kind of interesting.
Hypothetically, Julian turns an ankle the fourth quarter of the Texas game.
Okay.
They need a dude to go down there and orchestrate a game-winning drive, get into field goal range, win the game. Who are they trotting out there?
I feel like slim playbook.
Yeah,
and then you go with
Tavian. Yeah.
Yep.
But
I think if it's that situation, you make the game as manageable as possible, but you go with the guy who can make some big plays.
At the end of the day, Tavian does got the physical ability.
Yes,
he brings
does.
the run aspect to the game. So that's something that, that changes things as well. All right. Zach Wierenski spoke to the media yesterday, and he talked about all the offseason drama. You'll hear what he says when we come back. This is T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still don't like to see these slowdowns on 670 westbound as you're making your way downtown. Still watching a crash. The 2 right lanes are blocked just passing 71 out there. Also, we do see a semi completely drove off the side of the road in our southwest corner, so we do have that crash we're watching for you. The left lane is blocked on 270 east, just passing 62. Lastly, a heads up, a crash just into our newsroom on the west side. The left lane is blocked on 270 north, just beyond 70. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
CEC Turf and Tractor is growing. We're proud to welcome Green & Sons Equipment's Mount Sterling and Marysville locations. Same hometown service you trust, now with the strength of one of Ohio's largest Kubota dealers. Visit CECTurfandTractor.com today.
If you dread dealing with your insurance company more than you dread build-it-yourself furniture, that came in 47 different pieces.
Why do I have 6 extra screws?
With extremely vague instructions.
What are these? Hieroglyphics?
Then you might have Insuranoia. And if you have Insuranoia, then you should get NJM. They go to great lengths to do what's best for their policyholders. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Are you missing some freeloading buddies in your life? Well, catch Bishop and Friends on The Fan, featuring Columbus sports veteran Bo Bishop.
I have to acknowledge that I definitely had a mullet in middle school.
A man about town. Bo's a father who gives excellent advice.
If you're going to give me a breakfast pastry out of a box, the toaster strudel is significantly superior to the Pop-Tart.
Bishop and Friends, weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan. And tell your smart speaker to play 97.1 The Fan.
How many of you have had your garage floor done? I'll wait for the answer. That's enough. How many of you think it looks like crap? That's because it is crap. One quick call to Comer & Cross Concrete Floor Coatings at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, and they can install a gleaming new Comer & Cross garage floor in one day. A Comer & Cross garage floor is the gold standard. It's like pulling into a new car showroom every night. And here's the best part. It is guaranteed your garage floor will never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And listen, you lazy bum, they'll even take the stuff out of the garage for you. They're all certified uniform pros, no subcontractors at Comer & Cross. This is a premier product with premier results, and they hired a premier endorser to tell you about it. For your quick and easy Comer & Cross garage floor quote, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to comercross.com, C-O-M-E-R cross.com.
Save big on your landscaping project at Menards. Whether you're looking for edgers, pavers, or wall blocks, Menards has the largest in-stock selection of concrete landscape block ready to take home today. Build a beautiful border for your landscape with our interlock edgers on sale now through August 16th. Save big on landscape block at Menards. Also, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
truck drivers. Midwest Logistics Systems is hiring local drivers to haul dedicated, no-touch freight in your area. As an MLS driver, you'll earn predictable pay, drive familiar lanes, and get home every single day. No CDL? No worries. MLS now offers company-sponsored CDL training in select locations. Through this program, we'll pay for your tuition and lodging at a truck driving school and get you on the road to success after graduation. Don't wait. Explore jobs near you and apply today at MidwestLogisticsSystems.com.
At iBank Distillery Co., you'll find incredible food, handcrafted cocktails, and now expanded gluten-free menu options across all 3 Central Ohio locations. Happy hour with friends, brunch with family, dinner that never misses. Make your reservation at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at Highbank.
Welcome back to That Lux Life. It's your boy, Will Winmore. Today's guest, the Millionaire Ball from the new Ohio Lottery Daily Draw game, Millionaire for Life. Hey-o! So if a player matches 5 numbers and the Millionaire Ball number, they win $1 million a year for life. Hey-o! Or $100,000 a year for life if they match just 5. Hey-o! Millionaire for Life is the game. Millionaire Ball is his name. Play Ohio's newest daily draw game for your chance to win for life. Players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day. My AC's still cooling, but something's not quite right. Seems it's working awfully hard, but I'm so hot at night.
Let us have a look. We'll figure out what's wrong. We'll recommend the best plan to get it running strong.
Get a free diagnostic AC check with repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. NFL preseason is fully underway after a slate of games last night, including a 16-14 win for the Cincinnati Bengals over the Detroit Lions. Joe Burrow played 2 series with his starting offensive line and finished 5 for 6 for 39 yards. On the diamond, the Cincinnati Reds were in Chicago. They beat the White Sox 9-8. The Redlegs will be back at home to start a weekend series with the Miami Marlins tonight, with first pitch at 6:40. And up in Detroit, the Cleveland Guardians dropped 2 out of 3 to the Tigers after a 3-0 shutout loss yesterday. The Guards will try to get back on track this weekend when they host the Padres for a 3-game set. First pitch for tonight's game is scheduled for 7:10. This update is brought to you by Germain Toyota. For unbeatable service and sales, visit Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road or online at germaintoyota.net. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, I love the fact that you are here for this story because the last time I hosted with you, Zach Wierenski had this town in a blaze. It was up in arms. Obviously, that was about the Zach potentially wants to trade, and then I think he declined the Dallas trade, and everybody in this town was fed up with Zach Wierenski. Mm-hmm. Well, it's good. Ironically, now that you're back, he's speaking to the media again, and he spoke about all the things that happened this offseason. Do we have the audio of Zach?
I've been here for a very long time. I think everyone knows how much I love this city and how much it means to me, and I would have no issues being here for an even longer time. I want to see us in the playoffs, and I want to see us make progress, and I feel like we've done that, and I think winning solves everything, and that's where we have to get to as a club. We have to raise our standards and expectations, and that starts with myself, and I fully plan on doing that this year, being an even better player, better leader, a better person for my teammates and for this club, and hopefully that just means I'm here even longer.
Do you have any issue with how Zach is going about this? Because obviously they wanted to make the trade. He did the trade, but he also has not committed long-term to the Jackets. It's pretty much, let's see, let's wait and see. Where does this come off to you? Are you upset by this?
Listen, I don't know how upset I could ever really get, right? But it certainly feels to me like he wants it both ways, right? Like he wants to be beloved by this fan base, and he wants his time to be remembered fondly and honored, which I totally get. But at the same time, he wants to keep his options open. He wants to be in full control of the rest of his career, which I don't blame him for. Mm-hmm. I'm just not sure that if you don't want to full-throated commit to being a Blue Jacket, that you get to have it both ways. like, even this is one of the things that I do, right? You read into language and how people say things.
No, here we go.
I would have no issues being here for an even longer time. That doesn't say I desire to be here for an even longer time. I'm committing to being here.
Don't tell me.
It just says I have no problem with it.
You know what?
It's like when your wife. It's like when your wife asks you, "Hey, what do you want for dinner?" It's like, "Oh, I don't know. I don't care. You can have whatever." "Oh, let's get XYZ restaurant." And you're like, "Yeah, I don't have a problem with that." It's not like, yeah, I definitely want to do that. I'm in love with the idea of doing that. It's just kind of like, yeah, I'm fine with it. It could go either way for me.
This is what I hate about you media people right here, because y'all do this right
Language
here.
is important.
No, come on.
That is a passive ass sentence.
Because language is you ain't here trying to weed through everything and try to make it seem like this. He said what he said.
Yeah, I have no problem with it.
Like, what do you? No,
it'd be like if you came in with a different haircut and you're like, "Joshua, do you like this haircut?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't have a problem with it." You'd be like, "Damn, it must not be that good."
That's not what I would say.
Wouldn't it?
That's not what
I don't think that would be a response.
That it's not bad.
Right, not bad means not good either.
Oh my God.
Right, like language is important, right? These things all mean things. I'm not trying to stir anything up, but I do think if you're disappointed in the way that people feel, the way you feel people are reacting to what you're saying, I think you would use stronger language than, "Yeah, I have no problem with it. I would be fine being here."
Let me ask you guys this then. Zach Rowinski, longest tenured Blue Jacket, clearly the best player on the team. But after all this offseason stuff, could you name him the captain?
No.
Be hard to.
I don't think you could.
Be hard to.
Because I feel like a lot of people assume it's going to be him, but I think based off of the offseason that they just had, they can do it.
I feel like they're not in a place, and he's not in a place for them to do that.
Why?
Because okay, so we name you captain for this season, but then you leave. Now we back to looking for another captain. Like, to me, I feel like you go with somebody that you know.
But it goes back to the reason we all feel that way. The reason we all feel that way is because we get these, "Yeah, I have no issues with it" responses.
No, I think that he's in a situation where all he's saying is, "I don't know, because I need to see how it plays out." Do I enjoy being in Columbus? Absolutely. I have no problem with that. I love Nationwide.
I have no problem with that.
I love Nationwide. It rocks when the fans come out. It's a great atmosphere. But at the end of the day, I want to win a cup. And that might not be here. That's
right.
kind of what he's saying.
I think that's fine for him to feel that way, and that's fine if that's what he wants to do. I love when athletes are in full control of their careers and their futures as athletes. However, I don't think you can expect people to feel super excited about that. Like, as a fan, I'm just not going to get jazzed up about you feeling that way. I would love for you to just be like, "I'm going to be here forever." That's not reality, though.
I walked away from this conversation listening to these quotes saying they got to show it to him this year or he's gone. That's just kind of how – that's been the feeling that I've had this whole entire time.
I tend to agree with that.
If y'all don't make the playoffs or have a good run this year, he's probably gone.
But is that good enough? Is that
as a fan, I don't blame him.
What's the bar do we think he's setting for this franchise, and it's showing improvement? Is it just make the playoffs? If they make the playoffs and get swept in the first round, are we expecting Zach Rowinski to come back?
That'd be the nastiest taste to be left in his mouth, right? Like, you finally get there, and then you get swept.
If they make the playoffs and get swept, I think what would dictate him then would be who's the coach they're hiring.
Yeah, because... Man,
because Bones is only on a 1-year deal. So
this whole thing just feels like it's not going to end.
It's like they bridging everything together.
We want it to end.
They bridging everything right now.
Yeah. So I tend to agree with you. Like, I think this is certainly a wait and see scenario. I think the most interesting thing about the wait and see is, like, he'll have a lot to say about that.
Yeah.
The way he performs will have a lot to say about that too.
Well, side note to this. I seen this Popeyes commercial. Do you know that Popeyes has Lauren in a chokehold right now? And it's particularly the butterfly shrimp.
I'm allergic to shrimp.
I know, but she wants it all the time. So yesterday,
Lauren,
after she vented to me,
she went to Popeyes.
No, I was on the way home, and I said, I know how to cheer you up. You want me to get you some food? It's just some food. And she goes, nah, I don't know if I really want anything. Then, as we continue to have the conversation, I say, hey, I'm on 23. I'm going past Enterprise, UDF, all of that. And she goes, huh. So, you know what? Can you stop by Popeyes? Make a long story short, she got home, she ate it, and she was in great spirits. Like, all the stuff that she vented about kind of went out the window after she had. So she might have just been hangry.
Well, I had Wendy's for dinner last night. I saw an article earlier this week that Burger King has surpassed Wendy's as the number 2 burger joint. It goes McDonald's, Burger King now. Burger King jumped over Wendy's.
Is this...
First of all, Burger King has always had good burgers.
So,
oh, yeah, for sure.
It's the fries.
Wendy's is closing a bunch of stores, right?
Yeah, Wendy's is on the decline right now. And you know what?
Stinks.
I've said this before because what I go there and get, I was always obsessed with the 4 for $4. They're too cheap for that. They came out with the biggie bag. And now they select what you can get in it. I used to love to get the chicken club. Now that's like an $8 combo. So I get the JBC one because it's $5. I'm trying to be economically responsible.
Well,
that JBC patty is way too thin.
It is.
Way too. Wendy's needs to. Wendy's ain't looking out for the customer anymore.
No, they should. What they should do is they should turn all that stuff. They should rebrand it into a slider because then your brain is ready for that tiny ass patty.
Yeah.
Because I'm with you. That sandwich is not big enough. Burger King is also doing it right because they're promoting like, oh, we've got somebody in store just to make sure you can have it your way.
Yeah, they're doing the opposite of Wendy's. Their new slogan is "There's a new king and it's you."
Yes.
I walk in there and they say, "Yes, king."
Are you saying that you prefer Burger King over Wendy's?
As of yesterday, yep. And the rest of the nation obviously agrees.
I don't know. I like the Wendy's fries a lot better than the Burger King.
Because the reason,
that's a fact.
To me, I don't know what everybody else's motivation is. The reason why I'm going to McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King is because I'm trying to get full for cheap.
Do you use the apps?
Chipotle.
Yes. If I'm going there.
Chipotle will get you that.
If I'm going there, I'm trying to spend $5 and be full. You cannot do that at Wendy's. You can barely do it at McDonald's. Burger King
McDonald's
is coming along
you
the way.
Used to be able to go in there with $5 and your gut would be busted. You could get 2 double cheeseburgers, 2 medium fries, and 2 apple pies for $5.
Okay, listen, enough of all this food talk because y'all kind of making me hungry.
You're the one who brought up food.
I know. I shouldn't have done that. All right, Sean Waynes will be at the Funny Bone tonight, but he will join us next. This is T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Right now, looking at 8 different crashes happening around the metro with all this rainy weather. That includes some breaking news as you're heading downtown. Once again, we are seeing that 33 ramp completely closed to 315 southbound. So for that detour, because we are still watching that crash, and that happened over an hour ago now, folks. That detour 33 continued towards Long Street, then eventually southbound on South 3rd Street, then Rich and Town Street will get you southbound eventually on 315. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Are you ready to tackle those home projects? With a home equity loan from CME Federal Credit Union, you get an introductory 3.99% APR for 12 months to make those upgrades happen. From patios to paint jobs, your home's next chapter starts at CME. Visit CMEFCU.org.
Everybody thinks they're a great driver. Outlaw Motor Speedway gives you the chance to prove it. Experience professional racing simulators, full motion rigs, and some of the world's iconic tracks right here in Grandview. Race your friends, join a league, or bring the office out for an unforgettable corporate event. And when the checkered flag drops, keep the night going with great food and drinks here or next door at Agave and Rye. Then climb back in the driver's seat and see who's got what it takes. Book your race today at outlawsimracing.com.
Nothing feels better on a hot summer day than coming home to a nice air-conditioned house. If your AC is on the fritz, don't sweat it. Call the pros at the Waterworks Heating and Cooling. We service all makes and models and can provide great savings on a Lennox home comfort system that delivers that perfect feeling. The Waterworks Heating and Cooling Services. Call us at 614-232-2222 and schedule fast service today. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no-cost loan. With mortgage rates near their highest levels in almost 25 years, paying upwards of $15,000 to $20,000 at closing makes little sense, and Miller Lending wants to help. Now in our 40th year, our popular no closing cost program lets you simply close on today's rates, free of all mortgage-related costs, and refinance as rates fall. So why not pick up the phone for your no-cost quote today? 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com.
Coghlan Kia of Dublin is now open, and we're offering grand opening savings at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% financing on select new 26 Kia Sportage and Sorrento. Pay 0 out of pocket when you lease a new 27 Seltos or 26 Sportage for $375 a month for 36 months. Get grand opening savings at Coghlan Kia. Coghlan has the car for you.
With approved credit, 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Leases include 10,000 miles per year with 20 cents per mile over penalty. Excludes tax, title, and registration. No security deposit. See dealer for details. Ends 8/31/26.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, commercial properties. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Helping a new driver get ready for their road test? Here's a convenient new way to make the most of your 50 hours of required practice driving time. The Road Ready Ohio app, available now at no cost to new drivers and their families. Road Ready Ohio keeps track of your driving experience together, providing feedback and safe driving tips. It even generates the documentation you need for the Ohio BMV. The Road Ready Ohio app, free to download in the Apple and Google App Stores.
Bishop and Friends.
He's 100% right. He knows if I go wake him up tomorrow and they're up before her, then it's going to come on me.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We have rain and some thunderstorms out there for the first part of our day. Could be some localized downpours this morning, so watch out for ponding on the roadways as you're heading on out. For the afternoon, rain chances are drastically lower. May even have a few peaks of sunshine here or there with highs in the lower 80s. For your Saturday, partly to mostly cloudy skies. A few showers and storms are possible, mainly later in the day, mid-80s. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
Common Man, a radio veteran, has a large hemorrhoid. Timmy Hall, a good, clean boy. Moonlights as man's hemorrhoid. Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays at 3.
The Fan. Just a reminder, Tyvis thinks all pizza tastes the same. Also a reminder, Tyvis was born without taste buds. You're listening to Bone and Tyvis.
All right, the weather's bad. Sean Waynes is stuck in traffic, so we're going to flip some stuff around. And Josh and I are going to talk about...
Joshua.
You know, I was just out there with Baker, and Baker jumps on me because I said that I have a problem with media people because of how y'all read too much into stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I doubled down on it. After talking with Baker, and I hope he can hear me, I doubled down on my statement.
Why?
This is why athletes don't like talking to the media, because you can't say nothing without them trying to look too deep into it and spin it and all that. That's why the Marshawn Lynch approach is acceptable.
So here's my response to that. As an athlete who knows that they're going to have to speak to the media, you have every opportunity to choose exactly what you say.
Josh, don't do this.
And so in the back of his mind, he knows that he's not fully committed into the future. We can agree on that. And so his language.
If they're not winning or have a chance of winning a cup in the next maybe not even in the next 5 years, he ain't staying.
His language reflects that. These are choices. He didn't just.
I don't understand why, after what he just said, why you have to listen to it and go, yeah, he's not. Because he didn't. What he didn't say was,
right,
I love it here and I want to be here. Like,
I'm just doing a job.
He said, I know how good this city is when this team's in the playoffs. On the other side, it's been too long since we've been there, and I want to be a reason that we're back in. Sure. And I want to see Nationwide like that again.
Okay,
what's the problem?
There's no problem with that. But if he is expecting everybody to just be like, oh yeah, this is all okay. Oh yeah, I love everything that he's saying, everything that he's doing. And then the other part too is, and I hate when guys do this, but you're doing some in the background, poking around, right? Hey, tell your agent, hey, think about doing this, whatever. And then it gets out and they're like, well, I didn't want it to be like this and it shouldn't have been so public and I think it got blown out of proportion. Brother, you got to live with the consequences of the decision. Like, it is what it is.
Or you could just say, I'm just here so I won't get fined.
And he could do that, and I think it would be much worse than what he's already doing. I don't think anybody would feel – people might feel okay with this because they can understand it. If he came out and didn't say anything at all, I think people would lose their minds.
Dylan, I got a question for you. Do you have the CWB theme song?
I do.
Okay. Did you see my boy? Last year, this guy was unanimous. I didn't even think about it. I said, this kid might have been black at some point in time. Like, in his other life, he was black. Caden Weegan was definitely a black guy. This is second time around.
Okay.
He did
the first time around.
He was black.
Yeah, it probably wasn't great from him. It would have been a little bit ago.
All I'm saying is, yesterday, I think Drew Aller threw the pass. Did you see him bounce? I think it was like 75 yards. I said, yeah, he's exactly who I thought he was.
Imagine if he... Imagine if he played his college ball elsewhere.
No, that's where a lot of them go.
Like
you actually bring up a really good
like somewhere where they actually value moving the football.
He had 2 catches for 79 yards in a tug.
He's like that.
I know. He's one of the ones that I promise you, if I was in the league and I lined up against him. Because when you're in the league, you don't know about, like, other players, especially him. Like, he was like a mid-round guy, so I really wouldn't know.
Had he played elsewhere, he wouldn't have been.
Probably. But, like, if I would have lined up and he was the guy that I was checking, I would have said, oh, yeah, this is light work. There's no way that I'm letting him get off on me like
And then he would have.
And then you would have
got clown and film. They'd be like, damn, you going to let him do that?
And then I would have said there is some exceptions to the rule.
So you know what Luke Fickell used to say to us when the offense would line up and then they would break out in the empty and we'd be in man?
Mm-hmm.
He'd be like, you need to find the palest guy with the thickest ankles and you guys go cover him.
That's what he told the linebacker?
That's what he told us.
he didn't want y'all to get around. All right, you and I went to practice yesterday.
Yep.
What were some of the things you took away? Now,
not a damn thing.
We were
behind the red line.
We did a lot of talking with former players.
We're behind the red line.
Our view wasn't
Couldn't
great.
see a damn thing.
I did see Bo Jackson and Jacoby Jackson running with the one.
Okay.
So I seen that. I seen Isaiah West had on a yellow jersey.
Sure.
So that means he's probably
yellow light
something.
Yep.
Yeah. What else did I take away? I didn't really get to see Devin McCune.
No, I saw he had one that was.
I didn't see it.
Yeah. I was like that.
Like I said, I was.
It was more of a social hour than a viewing session. The only player that was over the red line.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like in the drills.
I was a little upset.
Why?
Everybody else was,
Well, Bobby is there all the time.
I know.
He's like essentially a coach. So, yeah. That is what it is.
I couldn't really see. Yeah. Bad vantage point.
I definitely, when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, from the things that I did see, it's going to take some work. I think I seen a bunch of deep passes get thrown, not a lot of completions. So shout out to the DBs.
But isn't it kind of like that at this point
at the beginning?
Camp,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's going to take some time for them to get that chemistry. But I thought the DBs did a really good job of staying on top and forcing that throw to be more out of bounds. Like when they run that, for people that don't know, if you go to a practice, there's this red line that go up towards the sideline. They call that's the fade line. So the receiver's job is to stay on that line, and as the quarterback throws the fade, he got room to fade to the sideline. As a DB, your job is to get them off of that red line.
Don't let them stack you.
Squeeze them as close to the sideline so it takes the room away. I thought that they did a really good job of getting those receivers off of that red line.
There were a couple takeaways that we saw from the defense, which you talked about yesterday on the show. That could be something that would level up a defense that lost some really good players. So
Jermaine Matthews picked off a fade yesterday, and it was a partois.
It was. He was talking that cash money. It was good. And then I will say this, just one thing about how they do practice there. And I watch a lot of them. They're extremely organized. There's not a lot of wasted movement, but and Ryan's done this in years past. Procedural issues, interceptions, fumbles, you're running a lap.
Yeah.
And I like that.
So they had the one period at kind of early in the practice where it was essentially like a play it period, right? I think it was like 1st and 10. We're going to try to get the first down. Or it might have been just third down. It might have been just one play. I don't remember all the logistics.
I hated the third down one play.
Well, that might have been what it was. All I know is the offense got the first down, and the whole entire defense had to do up downs. And I was like,
do you remember when we had up downs for loafs in the spring?
Yeah.
And after that first, it was 2014.
After every one, we would do up.
And after that first one, we had 74 loafs. Yeah. And so we would stand there as a defense, in a circle doing up downs. And the coach would call out the player's name, how many loafs they had. They would run into the middle while we're all doing up downs. They're doing their up downs in the middle so everybody can see we're doing these for you because you can't finish to the ball. And then I think the first one, it went from 74 on the first one to 30 on the next one. We're never doing this again.
Them up downs, for them to be something that's so Muni League, it has a lasting, it has a lasting effect.
It does.
Because when I got to the NFL and I was with the Browns and Greg Williams was the DC.
Old school.
Yeah, G-Dub. He literally started off the first day of OTAs. He started off with up downs.
Get him chopping.
And I think we had 50 of them or something.
Get him chopping.
When I tell you, Josh, we did them up downs. I never recovered.
Couldn't come back down.
I never got my win back. So the funniest part is we go to practice. And I'm thinking I'm running. We watched the tape, and it's I'm
slow-mo.
Pretty much. And I'm in my mind, I promise you, I was running as hard as I could against some of these routes. And it looked like I was jogging. And it was terrible. And I said, why would he ever do this?
He did that on purpose.
Yeah, so he was telling us, because he coached Sean Taylor, he was saying that his mindset was that Sean Taylor said that he would never make his fatigue makes you soft. Mm-hmm. So he would run 5 to 6 miles.
Fatigue makes cowards of all of us.
He would run 5 or 6 miles a day because he never wanted to be tired. And that was his thing. He was like, I'm going to try to make sure that y'all not fatigued. Y'all going to be so in good shape that y'all can just run. And it was unexpected.
Yeah, what about conditioning afterwards?
I wasn't ready for it. I was not ready for it at all. All right. In 2 minutes, Shawn Waynes is in the building, according to Dylan. So in 2 minutes, we'll bring him on and talk to him. This is T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Right now, looking at 8 different crashes happening around the metro with all this rainy weather. That includes some breaking news as you're heading downtown. Once again, we are seeing that 33 ramp completely closed to 315 southbound. So for that detour, because we are still watching that crash, and that happened over an hour ago now, folks. That detour 33 continued towards Long Street, then eventually southbound on South 3rd Street, then Rich and Town Street will get you southbound eventually on 315. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Anybody can make a good pitch. Hey friends, Beamer here. Awaken 180 had to prove it. Paige and her coaches stayed involved, kept me accountable, and helped me lose 75 pounds. Support during, support for life. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Calling all witches, wizards, and muggles. Join the Reds Saturday, August 15th for Harry Potter Night at Great American Ballpark. Your Reds will battle the Miami Marlins, and fans in attendance will receive a Reds mascot bobblehead representing one of the 4 Hogwarts houses. Distributed blind box style while supplies last. Which mascot will be in your box? Get your tickets now at reds.com/tickets.
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit ramosroofingohio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Sometimes when Tyvis wears khaki pants, I can see the outline of his genitals. There's no joke there. It's just an observation.
God, the more I resist, the more intriguing they become. I can't look away.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You know what, Dylan? There was a game in 2014. We played Michigan State. It's a very popular game. And the only reason it's popular is because I've made it popular over the years. And in that game, I got frustrated. For the first time in game, if you know me, I'm a big jokester. So for the first time in my career, I was frustrated in the game to the point where I snatched my mouthpiece out and I cussed Josh, Raekwon, and Darren Lee out. And I asked them, what's going on with the run fits? I now ask you, what is going on with you today? You just told me that this man was here. And here we are.
He's got someone who drives him around from the Funny Bone.
Okay.
I think there's been some logistical cross signals.
Some confusion.
And they may or may not be at a different station in the city.
So let me get this right. Let me get this right. When you confirmed all of this, you didn't think to send the address?
I confirmed this twice. This man has been here before. It's the same guy that brought in Jay Farrow. I've known this man for years. I don't know what to say, Tyvis.
So I'll change.
I don't want to take blame. I really don't.
No,
I don't.
You got to pull the thumb on this one. You
let me change directions here. Take the pressure off.
He out of his mind. So this would happen when I'm in the one chair.
Okay. So
he would never do T-Bone like this.
I opened up Instagram during the break, and I clicked on Dylan's story.
What did it say?
Booby Feaster. It was a highlight.
Yeah, he's out of his mind.
That's my guy.
He's out of his
There's
mind.
a little bit of Booby Feaster in all of us.
His name is Ethan.
Tyvis, you got a little Booby Feaster in you?
I mean, hey, hey, I'm not mad at that. I respect that.
All right, so can we continue on with this run fits thing because it bothers me to this day.
The run fits?
Yes.
The fact that y'all didn't fit them?
So here's my issue with
What's
this.
the issue? You didn't fit the run.
No, but Tyvis was so used to living a charmed life back there.
That's not true.
These pencil neck defensive backs never want to mix it up. They never want to make a tackle.
What is my job as a safety?
To make tackles.
No, my job as the safety is if the thing breaks down, get it down.
So you're never in the fit ever.
No. Well.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of?
Wait a minute.
Cover 4. What kind of spacing is that?
My fit.
Answer my question. Cover 4.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
What kind of spacing is that?
My fit is off of you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's to make you right.
Fit.
I'm technically not in the fit.
Is the spacing?
I'm not in the fit.
Answer my question.
I'm 10 yards off the ball.
Answer my question.
And I'm making you right.
So this
I don't have a fit.
Avoidance of the answer.
That is literally my job.
To my question, I think answers the question. So you go down there and you stick your face on the ball and make a tackle.
Yeah.
So the
okay, so
Raekwon was getting mad at me in that game too.
Why? So you the culprit?
No, because
what was the play? Super trap or something?
I can't remember, but they were running out routes. And you know my deal,
you
right?
Gotta go out. You got to go with it,
right? But it's not necessarily just like a take off and go thing, right? It's like you ride them. And so if they're running like an 8-yard out or whatever, like you're a little bit late getting over there.
Yeah, that's people used to try to attack us like that all the time.
Right. So that's one of the things that you attack in the coverage.
Yeah.
So I'd be doing my deal. They throw the out, make a tackle, throw the out, make a tackle, throw the out. And so then Raekwon comes over to me. He's like, tackle, because he's mad he wasn't getting any work.
In the same game?
Yes.
No, see, that's fine and dandy, but I'm back to you. Like, how are you mad at me?
I just feel like
for not having a fit.
I just feel like you thought your job was to stand back there and let everybody else do the work.
No, that's not
that's
what
just
I thought.
not what football is.
That's not even why I got upset. I got upset because they ran the play continuously and y'all continuously let it happen.
You got upset because you had to make tackles.
I got upset because I continuously had to make tackles.
You don't like tackling?
It's part of the job.
Exactly.
I have no problem with it.
I have no problem with
clearly,
it.
Clearly,
you know.
listen,
I don't have a problem with being here. Right? You didn't acknowledge that you like tackling.
Clearly,
I have no problem with it. It's an acknowledgement that you like tackling.
Clearly, it wasn't my strong suit.
See,
I led the team in missed tackles 1 out of 2 years and was second.
And this goes back to the Z
thing. Clearly, I had no problem.
This goes back to the Z thing. I have no issue. I have no issue. But you didn't say you like tackling.
You know what? It was one of those things that as I got older, I really started to love it.
But it took you a little bit.
Because you like to see people like the best thing about tackling, and I learned this in the league. It wasn't in college. It was when I got to league because I got much better as a tackler in the league. Is that I love when you running down there, I like to see the type of person you are. Because some people kind of curl up at the end. And I wanted to know. So, like, I closed my eyes, but as I got older, I wanted to see the whole thing.
Why the hell would you close your eyes?
I closed my eyes. That was in college. That's why I missed the tackles.
No wonder you were missing
Exactly. So, when I got to the league, I wanted to, like, stare you down because I want to see if you curl up. I want to see who you are. I want to see if you one of them people that's trying to, or is you one of them, one of those type of guys.
The best tackle to me was an angle tackle that you just had perfectly lined up.
Well, you know, because according to T-Bone, angles wasn't my strong.
No, they weren't. But in that situation, if I was a coach, maybe this is the wrong thing to teach. I would teach players to not even break down in that situation.
You shouldn't.
Like, I need you to
I made that mistake against Tevin Coleman, and I watched him take it like 80 yards.
I think breaking down is the most overrated thing that was ever taught to us as kids in football. The only time to me you ever really on a tackle where you would really need to break down is if it's straight head up tackle.
So Armani Reeves against Allen Robinson.
But he wasn't even close enough. I'm saying like the dude is coming downhill running at you and you're running toward him straight up. But that was a situation where he wasn't the ball carrier wasn't even running downhill at him. I think you continue to run through that. I think most of the situations you just run through it. And if you're a good enough angle taker, you're going to make the tackle every single time. And you're going to do it with power. But this whole chop your feet down thing, that's when you get shook. This whole chop your feet down thing, that's when you're getting slung around and dragged around.
I'm trying to think as I got older, when I got to the NFL, I don't really think I did break down on angle tackles. Because there were so many different techniques, which they taught here as well.
I think the head in front is also one of the worst things that they taught young players.
Why?
That's how
you get to concussion.
No. Putting your head in front, that's how you look dumb on a highlight.
Because they go...
If they do a stop on a dime, you're flying off a diving board. They could spin out of that tackle pretty easily. They could cut back on you pretty easily. You put your head behind, there's nowhere to go. They got to keep going forward.
It's a wrap and roll thing.
But I don't even like the roll part. I just like the wrap and run.
Nah, the wrap and roll is good. Now, the best thing, and Caleb Downs had a textbook. Like, if they wanted to teach it, they would show Caleb Downs do this. He had this tackle on this tight end where he hit him and he drove for 5. It was phenomenal. It was one of the best. You wrap the thighs and you drive for 5. Yeah. It was unbelievable. It was textbook.
I like that.
That's when I said, yeah, that kid's special.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
Earl Little, you got a lot to live up to. All right. What we gonna do here?
We're gonna have to have a conversation about this. That's what's gonna have to happen.
Okay, clearly I need to go talk to Dylan in the break. When we come back, I don't know. We'll have something for you when we come back. This is T-Bone and Tyvis on the
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Watching some major slowdowns for drivers heading towards that southwest side. Outside of Grove City, we are still seeing a crash. A semi driving off the road 270. It's that eastbound direction at 62. That left lane is currently blocked. Also, the 2 right lanes are still closed up ahead on 670 westbound. This is as you're heading downtown just beyond 71. Once again, another crash causing some issues. Traffic now backed up all the way towards Leonard Avenue. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Prepare for cooler weather ahead at your local AAA Tire and Auto Service. Their fall maintenance package includes an oil change, tire rotation, windshield wiper replacement, and more for just $119.99. Offer valid through August 31st. See store for details.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
Newman Roofing is proud to sponsor the Fan and 10 TV's Beat the Heat Fan Drive. Help Ohio's most vulnerable residents deal with the extreme heat this summer. Purchase new box fans and take them to the nearest Franklin County Fire Station or buy online. For more information, visit 10tv.com/beattheheat or lifecarealliance.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kandula, founder of Advent. We know that when you breathe well, you live better. Just ask our patient Andy.
As long as I can remember, I've had issues breathing through my nose. Since starting this journey and having this procedure done, day-to-day life has just gotten better. I'm able to do all the things that I want to do without having to think about breathing. I breathe through my nose. I sleep through the night. I don't wake up with headaches.
Advent can deliver long-term results in about 20 minutes with simple in-office procedures. We diagnose and treat the root cause of nasal congestion, sinus pressure, sleep apnea, snoring, and allergies. 96% of patients with severe nasal breathing issues report improvement, and most major insurance plans are accepted.
Best advice I can give anybody that has sinus, sleep issues, just get it checked out. Go in and have someone take a look at it. It's 100% worth it.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
Hi, I'm Patty, founder of Awesome Tex. I started with a big idea to give old clothes a new life by turning them into recycled fibers and threads. Everyone told me that this was going to be impossible. But Chase for Business believed in me. They gave me a lot of guidance from the beginning.
Get financial guidance from bankers in the Columbus community and convenient digital tools all in one place. Learn more at chaseforbusiness.com. Make more of what's yours. Real customers compensated. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
One bite in, you'll be saying, that's hot as fire. Speedway's new Hot as Fire chicken sandwich turns up the temp.
Eat the heat for $4.99 only at Speedway. Valid through 8/25/26. Participating stores. Exclude Speedy Cafe. See app for full terms.
Coghlan Kia of Dublin is now open, and we're offering grand opening savings at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% financing on select new 26 Kia Sportage and Sorrento. Pay 0 out of pocket when you lease a new 27 Seltos or 26 Sportage for $375 a month for 36 months. Get grand opening savings at Coghlan Kia.
Coghlan has the car for you.
With approved credit, 0% for 48 months equals $20.83 per 1,000 finance through Kia Motor Finance. Leases include 10,000 miles per year with 20 cents per mile over penalty. Excludes tax, title, and registration. No security deposit. See dealer for details and 831.26.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
The Reds are on the Fan's family of stations all season long. If you don't listen, Terry Francona will ride his scooter to your house and yell at you. Your home of the Reds. The Fan, The Fan 2, and The Fan 3. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis Powell helped the Buckeyes win a national championship. T-Bone watched Tyvis Powell help the Buckeyes win a national championship. Equally important, you're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
So if you watched some preseason last night, you seen Jeremiah Love look like they was comparing him to Adrian Peterson. Well, if you think Jeremiah Love is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, right now he is trading at 19% on Kalshi, meaning $100 can win you $498.07. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability change, you can buy in and out of your position, trade the draft, pick the game, and more on Kalshi. Download the Kalshi app and use code POWELL, P-O-W-E-L-L, to get up to $500 in bonus credits when you trade $25. Kalshi, trade on anything. Got to be 18 or older. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Kalshi products are not available in all jurisdictions. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
Sometimes it's better if people just shut up. Shut up! It's time for Morning Breath.
All right, this is interesting. Now, I understand that the other day we were talking about Ohio State being one of the most hated programs around the country. But now, all of a sudden, due to the fact that there's a little bit of a tougher schedule this year, a lot of people think Ohio State is not a lock. And the latest comes from David Pollack. Let's hear what he had to say.
On my list of who's making the playoff, I feel confident these 6 teams are in. And that was Notre Dame, Miami, Oregon, Indiana, Texas Tech, and UGA. I think is a little bit of a surprise because I left Ohio State off that list because, man, that's the worst schedule they've ever had in the history of their school. And you're talking about replacing number 2, number 7, number 11 in the draft, like on the defensive side of the ball. So surely there's a step back. So I felt really good about those teams making it.
And this is the thing. I hear what you're saying there, and I understand it because there is you talk about replacing all of these guys and this talent, and then you see those guys, doing well in their preseason and their camps, and it's a fair argument. But I just, for some odd reason, did Ohio State lose everything? Like Ryan Day doesn't lose regular season games like that. I don't think he's lost. Has he lost the conference game outside of the Wolverines?
I believe
that.
Oregon.
They wasn't in the conference yet, though.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
No, when we lost. Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the one in 2021 or something like that.
Yeah, something around there.
Yeah.
So
I guess that one game.
Here's
even if Ohio State lost.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Like I think the idea of somebody saying Ohio State is not a lock to make it is you think that they're going to lose at least 3 games.
And they could still get in.
Right.
They would just not be a lock.
They wouldn't be a lock. They could still get in.
But 2, would make them a lock.
They're going to be in.
I'm trying to think. If they lose 3 games,
okay,
I don't see the 3. The 2 toughest is Texas.
I'm not saying they're going to, but I think if you believe that they're not a lock, you're saying that they are going to lose at least 3. Because otherwise, they're a lock.
Yeah. Or is it that their schedule is so tough? I mean, that's what the SEC would say. Their schedule is so tough
that they should lose 6 games and still be in?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You see, here is where I think T-Bone and Tyvis have been a bad influence on me, and I'm starting to become a fringe member. Because when I hear people say there's 6 tough games on the schedule for the Ohio State Buckeyes, I ask, what the hell are you talking about? And what team have you been rooting for the past 50 years? If you're telling me that you would be like, oh, they lose on the road to Iowa, you'd be like, that's an understandable loss. What?
I don't think
it wouldn't be.
Would understand
if they lost
but
on the road to USC.
I think people understand that Iowa's a tough place to play.
And
I don't want to hear it.
USC is a team that is embracing the fact that they should be a playoff team this year, right?
But it's Ohio State, Joshua.
I understand, but you still got to go out and win the games, though. You still
got to beat Ball State and Kent State.
No doubt, but it's not just guaranteed because you're Ohio State that you get to go on the road to those 2 places and win the games. I do think it is a tougher schedule than schedules we've seen in the past. I'm not going to make an excuse if they end up losing those, but I don't think it's an insane thing to acknowledge, they're going to be in for a tougher road than what we've seen the past few years.
I refuse to. Okay, body for body, talent for talent. There's 2 teams on this schedule that go toe-to-toe with the Buckeyes.
Texas and Oregon.
Exactly. I don't want to hear it about anybody else, Indiana included. There's no excuse to lose to anybody else. Maximum 2 losses for this team, if not disappointment. That's the standard
Indiana's
here.
Starting to look like physically starting to look like more like OSU than like Purdue now. They look a little bit different.
I just think that the way that college has parity, I think that's part of it. Why? Because if Iowa beats,
is there that much more parity?
Has there been a back-to-back champion since Georgia?
Has there been a back-to-back champion outside of Saban and Kirby? Really?
Nah, you got to go back to Nebraska.
I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at. I feel like the scales are still fully tipped in favor of.
Where are you at?
The college football playoff has thrown off people's perception of that. Because
agree.
More teams make the playoffs. There's still only 5 to 8 teams every year that realistically can win the national championship.
I think the clock rules have more to do with the games having the margins that they've had than parity. I just think there are fewer opportunities for teams to pull away in games.
Is there a team that you think is fraudulent? People gas them up, but you don't think that they're going to be that good this year?
Not to the sense of I don't think they're going to be that good, but I am tired of the Texas.
I was just about to say that.
I really don't have a great reason to believe in Sark's ability to complete the full job.
For some odd reason.
And I don't believe in Arch either.
Don't say that. You see that man behind the glass? He got a jersey.
So
no, I don't.
So there was a video that 24/7 put out. And it was Cam Coleman making all these crazy catches.
Right.
You see the pass.
But it was multiple passes, and every one of them was off target or wobbly. And to the point where it's is he throwing it like ass on purpose?
Did the video show it was Arch throwing it? Oh, they did him no favors.
I will show you the video.
They did him no favors.
Yeah, I'm just not there.
I don't know what it is about Texas. But I just, for some odd reason, I don't think people penciled them in to winning the Natty. I think the odds is Ohio State and Notre Dame is the top 2. I believe.
And I think there are a lot of people that think this is going to be their year, though.
Notre Dame or Texas?
Texas. Well, Notre Dame, too.
What the thing with Notre Dame?
I don't see it.
And I ask you this, Joshua, because you're NBC sports guy, Notre Dame Broadcasting Company. Are they? I feel like they're going to be like Ohio State was last year, where they just run through their crappy schedule and then they get to
Notre Dame?
Yeah, then they get to the playoff, and then they get shell-shocked.
Well, here's the difference between
schedule is
Ohio State and Notre Dame is I've watched Marcus go out and lose to teams he absolutely has no business losing
Like
to.
Northern Illinois.
Like Marshall. Right? Like I have, with my own two eyes, seen this.
Last one for you. Dylan Raiola. Do you think once Dante Moore leaves, Dylan becomes a first-round pick?
No.
You don't think he's that good?
I think he can be a very good quarterback. From what I saw of him as a young player
at Nebraska, I think that he was holding Nebraska back last year.
There were times where I felt very similarly. I think he has a lot of improvement to make in his game before I can get to feeling confident about a first-round pick.
He was almost going to be here.
Can I ask you?
That's crazy to think about.
Can I ask you a non-football question?
Sure.
In a versus.
Donnell Jones.
I'm picking Donnell Jones too. So let's say there was a versus battle, and they weren't singing the songs live on the stage. It was just their catalog versus catalog. Are you taking Beyonce or are you taking Mariah Carey?
Mariah Carey.
Not close.
Repeat
it's
the
not
question.
Even close.
Yeah, I'm taking Mariah
catalog
Carey.
for catalog.
Mariah
Beyonce
Carey.
or Mariah Carey?
Beyonce.
You're crazy.
Oh, you are
crazy.
Musical voice talent, Mariah.
they're not singing.
No.
Yeah, I'm saying catalog, Beyonce.
Mariah has probably
you're out to lunch.
4 albums off the top of my head where you could go no skips.
Beyonce, I think she just got we have this argument with sport. Beyonce has more music. More longevity.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
No, she
Mariah
doesn't.
Carey's been, Beyonce's been on the mainstream for 30 years.
So is Mariah Carey.
Yeah, but she hasn't been coming out with music recently.
Mariah Carey had 2 careers. She basically had 2 of them. She had a 90s career which could stand on its own.
Yes, I
and
agree
then
with
she
that.
came back in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Emancipation of Mimi, E = MC squared. Both of those albums,
classic.
0 skips.
Classic.
No
Please let it be
skips.
known that I'm not trying to disparage Mariah
It
Carey in
sounds
any
like
way.
you are, and I will defend her
No.
to the death.
No, I fully respect the talent of Mariah Carey.
All right. We got to go to commercial. There was a controversial player signing in the NFL yesterday. We will tell
look
you
at me like that.
who it was when we come back. This is T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
A heads up for West Side drivers. We are seeing that the left shoulder is blocked on 270. It's that northbound direction just as you're passing 70. That interchange out there. Also a heads up far east side. We're talking over by Kirkersville, but just in case you're heading downtown, expect some lane closures on 70, that westbound direction just beyond State Route 158. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, Central Ohio, Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and we buy houses for cash. If you've got a house you need to sell, this is your season. Inherited, behind on payments, just over it? Whatever brought you here, we can help. We buy as is, we cover all closing costs, and there are 0 commissions, period. Just a fair cash offer, and you choose your closing date. People are making moves right now, and we make it simple to be one of them. One call is all it takes. We'll get you a fair cash offer, fast, no pressure, no obligation. Hundreds of your neighbors have already sold the easy way, and we've got 5-star reviews and BBB A+ rating to back it up. Leave the stress and mess to us. We're based right here in Columbus, and we're ready when you are. Call us at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, family owned. Call 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355.
The buzz is real at Zoombezi Bay's award-winning conservation tower. 3 all-new water slides, 1 thrilling experience. Make your splash at ZoombeziBay.com.
Feels like every football season starts the same. June becomes August in the blink of an eye. Eric Reeser here. The older I get, the more I need to stay physically and mentally ready for the grind. The team over at Hydrate Me Med Spa has been my go-to over the last 2 seasons. Their IV treatments provide vitamins, antioxidants, and natural energy enhancements. 4 locations, Grandview, Powell, New Albany, and Granville. Most treatments take less than 30 minutes, and if you're like me and not a fan of needles, their medically trained nursing staff makes the experience a breeze. Look your best, feel your best, book your drip at hydratememedspa.com.
Thousands of students every year choose Columbus State Community College, earning degrees that open doors to in-demand jobs, stable careers, and real earning power. Columbus State is making Central Ohio stronger. Apply today at cscc.edu.
At Wright Pat Credit Union, we don't bury our fine print. We celebrate it. So while other banks hide behind phrases like,
rates subject to lunar cycles, promotion expires tomorrow,
our fine print is more,
profits will be returned to you via better rates, fewer fees, and annual member dividends when we can.
Because, we're not trying to pull a fast one. We just want to advocate for you, protect your interests, and treat your financial life with the respect it deserves. Wright Pat Credit Union, banking done right. Federally insured by NCUA.
Columbus, we expect the best from our team every week on the field. Shouldn't we expect the same from our home's water? For more than 90 years, Culligan has helped families enjoy better water in their homes. Our industry-leading whole-home water filtration systems deliver cleaner, great-tasting water at every tap. With 4 locations across Central Ohio, Culligan is Columbus's water treatment expert. And for a limited time, get Culligan water in your home for as little as $9.95 per month for the first 3 months. See CulliganWaterColumbus.com. Limited time offer, participating dealers.
Fall is the season of change, and Hinderer Motor Company is turning over a new leaf with big savings. This is Justin Hinderer. Right now, any one of our participating locations is paying up to $3,500 over Kelley Blue Book value. That's right. Drive in your current vehicle and leave with one of ours today. Don't wait. The leaves are falling and so are the prices. At Hinderer Motor Company, we love what moves you.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Remember the old days when football used to have an off-season? Well, we at the Fan think that really sucked. That's why we bring you Austin and Berm, America's #1 resource for Buckeye football conversation, is voted by Fake Surveys Incorporated. Catch their daily podcast called The Beat and their breaking news podcast, Snap Judgments, as they broadcast live from Roosters on Mondays, and they come right to your house and massage your tender areas. They'll do it all. Austin and Berm on the Fan's YouTube channel and 10 TV Plus.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. NFL preseason is fully underway after a slate of games last night, including a 16-14 win for the Bengals over the Lions. Joe Burrow played 2 series with his starting offensive line and finished 5 of 6 for 39 yards. On the diamond, the Cincinnati Reds were in Chicago. They beat the White Sox 9-8. The Red Legs will be back at home to start a weekend series with the Miami Marlins tonight, with first pitch at 6:40. And up in Detroit, the Cleveland Guardians dropped 2 out of 3 to the Tigers after a 3-0 shutout loss yesterday. The Guards will try to get back on track this weekend when they host the San Diego Padres for a 3-game set. First pitch for tonight's game is scheduled for 7:10. This update is sponsored by Ramos Roofing. Request your free roof or exterior assessment today at RamosRoofingOhio.com. Ramos Roofing, reliable, local, built right. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
When life gives you lemons, Tyvis will be there to ask if he can have some lemonade and borrow your car. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, I've been a terrible host because I don't know if I updated y'all. So after fighting with Dylan in the break, he's informed me that he had it wrong. It wasn't.
No. That's not what I said.
He was giving bad information.
Yes, correct.
No, Dylan is wrong.
I ain't taking responsibility.
Wrong is 2 left shoes.
I ain't doing it.
Apparently, it wasn't 7:15 for Sean Waynes. It's 8:15 for Sean Waynes.
That ain't on me.
That'll be the. So I needed to update y'all. I apologize for that confusion there. You know what? Since you don't put the blame on me. Akon said, "Sorry, put it up, blame me." So I'll take the blame.
You know what I will take blame for? Before the break, Joshua asked a question. Catalog for catalog, Mariah Carey or Beyonce? And I said Beyonce.
He wasn't familiar with
During
Mariah.
the break, I looked up some statistics about their #1 hits, went on Spotify, looked at the album covers, thought about how they made me feel when I saw them.
Yep.
And
That's
I decided that I was completely in the wrong. That Mariah Carey is the answer.
Why is it okay for you to admit that you're wrong on this, but not on the Sean Waynes thing?
Because I can honestly admit when I'm wrong about something.
Well, I know
I was wrong about this with the Mariah Carey, with the Sean Waynes thing. I am not in the wrong.
Technically, you are.
No, I'm not.
You know what? We're not going to get into it. But technically, you are because you had the correct information. You chose to ignore it.
I was given 2 different channels of information and chose the wrong channel.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
In that regard.
Thank you.
Yes.
Anyway, over the course of today's episode, we've got somebody in the voicemail. Will you play it for us?
Good morning and go to hell. This is Rich from Hilliard, and I listened to the show later in the day yesterday, and I would like to let Joshua/Josh Perry know that any fast food French fry list that does not include Steak and Shake in the top 3 should immediately be thrown in the garbage. Steak and Shake French fries are at the top of the pyramid when it comes to fast food French fry superiority.
I don't know if I can get there.
They're trash.
Wait a minute.
Straight up. Sorry to my guy, but those are not good.
I needed to know, does he use the fry seasoning?
Ooh, that's a good point.
Because that definitely takes them from
they're not okay
a good fry. to a much better fry.
It needs the seasoning for a reason.
They have to be hot for multiple reasons. Is number 1, because they're the thin fries.
Yeah, the shoestring
so they
fry.
need to be hot. But number 2, they're made with tallow. And tallow gets hard.
You don't like tallow?
As it cools. I do, but they have to be eaten under perfect conditions, and those little skinny fries can go to hell. I don't think they're very good.
You're not a shoestring fry?
Not that thin. They're like matchstick thin, not shoestring.
Do you have a perfect size that you like?
I don't like the way you asked that.
Yeah. When I said it, I didn't like the way I said it.
Let me ask that question.
When I said it, I thought about it and said I shouldn't have said that.
Re-ask that question.
There's a difference. There's a lot of type of fries.
Yes.
Is there a specific type that you like?
So I don't really discriminate on the fry shape. I think a perfectly done crinkle fry beats everything.
What?
I think
second. So you like White Castle fries?
I like now I don't think they're perfectly done, but I do like a crinkle.
Crinkle cut is the superior.
That's why the Sonic fries are the best because I think they're perfectly done crinkle cut fries. So
I don't even know who you are anymore.
So I like a good crinkle. Which if you
what about a waffles?
I do like a waffle.
Okay,
I do like so it would be
Chick-fil-A
crinkle,
lost they touch,
shoestring, a steak fry, and then a waffle would be at the bottom. But I do like a waffle. Curly would be after the waffle too.
I'm not really,
and I will say for Chick-fil-A, the butt part when you get like the end of the potato,
you like that.
The butt is not bad. I do like to eat the butt part.
He admits that he likes butt. What is going on today? what is this?
The heel, if you will.
Anyway, I'm not big on crinkle cut. I mean, I'll take it, but whatever the regular fry is.
Like a shoestring.
Like you would like a McDonald's fry.
Correct. That's not shoestring. Shoestring is the skinny ones.
I would say McDonald's is a shoestring.
Yeah.
These Steak and Shakes are not shoestrings. They're thinner than a shoestring.
Yeah, they're real thin.
They're a matchstick.
Let's just get this out there and open. If you any answer that doesn't have rallies as one is wrong.
I agree with
that. And I don't care what nobody says.
I don't think I can get there.
I don't think you've had them in a while. You should go venture out. Where's it at? Where's the rallies at around here?
The one closest to here, I believe, is the one off of Georgesville Road. Bring your Glock with you. It's like I just went over there the other day.
Bring your Glock with you is insane.
I was, because you guys know I like to sit and eat in the parking lot. That's how I eat my food. And I was like, I don't know if I should be doing this around here. I should probably be moving.
Ain't nobody gonna bother you.
I can't be stationary around these parts.
Rallies definitely is. It's got to be in the top 3-4 of fries, but it can't be one.
See, I'm assuming, Tyvis, have you not been to rallies recently either?
I haven't been to rallies
because you guys live the suburb life now. You guys forgot where you came from.
I
haven't been.
I came from Galena. I am currently where I'm from.
You know what?
Let's be clear.
You know what? As of lately, I've been like losing weight. Like I'm down 5 pounds. So I really don't want to mess that up. But I might go get me a Big Buford.
Yeah. Well, you got rallies are only located in rougher neighborhoods.
That's true.
So you're going to have to pull up to a place you haven't been pulling up to recently.
I don't like the name Big Buford, by the way.
Wow, William Buford.
Buford.
He wasn't a William.
It doesn't
Buford
sound
fan?
appetizing. Like, I got a hankering for a Big Buford.
No, back in the day,
it doesn't sound
it was
good.
2 for $5. That was the best.
That does not sound good.
The best burger at rallies is the Baconzilla. Hands down.
You in that bacon. All right,
and then once again, putting Zilla at the end of something does not make me want to eat it.
Can I pay off on my tees and tell the people? Thank you. Terrion Arnold, who was released by Detroit earlier this summer after being charged with multiple felonies, plans to sign with the Seahawks. Now, the funny thing is if you're facing multiple felonies, that means that lawyer fees start to add up, right? Is he essentially just playing to pay his lawyers? Is that what this is?
That's a good question. It's like artists that are way past their prime that continue to go on tour because they got back taxes.
If you was a coach and you knew his situation, would you keep him on the 53 knowing that he needs that money for his lawyer fees?
Only if he could play.
This is a business.
There was a guy. No, you know what? This is the one time that I was like on the side of the. And if actually it was a couple of times. The Ryan Shazier thing, the fact that Pittsburgh kept him knowing that, the DeMar Hamlin thing, I respect that one as well. But it was a guy who played for the Cincinnati Bengals, and I think Bengals fans, I can't think of what his name is, but he played offensive line, and I think his daughter was going through something medically, and they kept him there just so he could pay the medical bills.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot think of what his name is.
I think he played at Penn State, right?
I was a kid when I
Devon Still.
Yes. That's it.
Yes.
And I was like, the NFL actually got a heart. It was that at that moment, that was the first time I was like, they actually are some good people in the NFL. So shout out to Cincinnati for doing such a thing.
I think there is a difference, by the way, of my bleeding heart toward a sick child who is in treatment, and you don't want to disrupt that versus multiple felonies and dude got to pay a lawyer. Looking at different circumstances here.
I mean, it is what it is. I respect it. Now, he definitely going to have to play to be able to keep his money, but you play a little differently when you know, like, you need this money and all of those things.
You broadcast a little bit differently when you know you got bills. Like, I totally get that.
That's true, too. All right. Third time it should be a charm. And if it ain't this time, then it just ain't going to happen today.
We ain't got time.
When we come back, hopefully Sean Waynes join us. This is T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Closely watching some backups for you on our southwest side, 270 eastbound at 62. We had a semi drive off towards the side of the road, and it's causing that left lane to be blocked right now. And once again, some major delays for folks out there. Also, a heads up, sticking towards that west side now, 270 northbound. There's a crash just beyond 70. That left shoulder is blocked. Traffic in that area, but once you're passing, you're looking a whole lot better on this this Friday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
CEC Turf and Tractor is growing. We're proud to welcome Green & Sons Equipment's Mount Sterling and Marysville locations. Same hometown service you trust, now with the strength of one of Ohio's largest Kubota dealers. Visit CECTurfandTractor.com today.
Everybody thinks they're a great driver. Outlaw Motor Speedway gives you the chance to prove it. Experience professional racing simulators, full motion rigs, and some of the world's iconic tracks right here in Grandview. Race your friends, join a league, or bring the office out for an unforgettable corporate event. And when the checkered flag drops, keep the night going with great food and drinks here or next door at Agave and Rye. Then climb back in the driver's seat and see who's got what it takes. Book your race today at outlawsimracing.com.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut, summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
How do you know you got a great deal? You came to Coughlin Chevrolet. Lease a new 26 Trax, only $129 a month. Lease a new 26 Silverado, $369 a month. Or get 0% financing and no payments for 90 days. Visit CoughlinChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Coughlin has the car for you.
36-month lease, $44.98. Due at signing includes $398 fee plus tax, title, and registration. 10,000 miles per year, 25 cents per mile over. 0% for 60 months equals $1667 per 1,000 finance with approved credit through GM Financial. See dealer for details. Ends 8/31/26.
One bite in, you'll be saying, that's hot as fire. Speedway's new hottest fire chicken sandwich turns up the temp. Eat the heat for $4.99 only at Speedway. Valid through 8/25/26. Participating stores. Exclude Speedy Cafe. See app for full terms.
Football season is here. Make sure your internet is ready. Kinetic's 100% fiber gives you the fast, reliable connection to enjoy live football on YouTube TV and watch up to 4 live games at once with Multiview. Check real-time stats and catch more big plays without missing a snap. Take your game watching to a whole new level. Switch to Kinetic. Save up to $120 on your first year of YouTube TV. Visit GoKinetic.com for details. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms, conditions, and restrictions apply. Cancel anytime. Kinetic. Internet better.
Hey, it's Austin Ward. Listen to The Beat with Austin and Byrne, now powered by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Get the latest Buckeye news, insights, and unbeatable analysis every day. Don't miss a moment. Stream The Beat with Austin and Byrne, sponsored by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Men, if your energy is down, your workouts aren't producing results, you're gaining stubborn weight, losing muscle, sleeping poorly, or just not feeling like yourself anymore, it may be more than just aging. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. Our low T and body composition treatments are designed to help men regain energy, improve focus, sleep better, build lean muscle, reduce unwanted fat, and restore confidence both in and out of the gym. At Tri-State Men's Health, we specialize in helping men optimize their health, performance, and vitality. Using personalized medical treatments tailored to your health and goals, many men begin noticing improvements in energy, mental clarity, recovery, motivation, libido, and overall body composition within just a few weeks. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, PSA and T-test, and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Feature therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Do you have foot pain? Foot pain is not normal regardless of your age or job. Podiatric physicians are the most qualified doctors to care for your feet and can provide important foot care solutions or shoe inserts to better manage foot pain. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care. We've been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Over 35 years, I've seen it all. Car crashes, work injuries, defective products, medical mistakes, lives flipped upside down in an instant. But I've also seen something else, the power of fighting back, the power of winning. Over $30 billion recovered and counting. Size matters, reputation matters, results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
This radio station is more than 100 years old. And during that time, absolutely no one has hosted more shows than the Common Man. I don't know why we're bragging about that, but I just read the copy, okay? And then there's Timmy. What can I say about good old Timmy? Well, he's a heck of a guy. All right, let's cut the bull. Common Man and Timmy host a show that'll make you laugh at immature things, overreact to whatever's going on in the world of sports, and probably embarrass themselves in the process. And we love them for it. Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays from 3 to 6 on The Fan.
What defines Ohio? A place that dares to go first and never looks back. There's no slowing us down. At Jobs Ohio, our mission is clear. Strengthen job opportunities and empower Ohio's workforce. Another reason why Ohio is now ranked the #1 state for business by CNBC. This is what unstoppable feels like. We did it together, Ohio. Our time is now. See Ohio's momentum at jobsohio.com/Ohio's time.
Retirement from football hits everyone differently. For DeVere Posey and Dane Sanzenbacher, it means sitting around watching sports clips on the internet and arguing about them. Search for Didn't Catch That on YouTube and subscribe. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We have rain and some thunderstorms out there for the first part of our day. Could be some localized downpours this morning, so watch out for ponding on the roadways as you're heading on out. For the afternoon, rain chances are drastically lower. May even have a few peaks of sunshine here or there with highs in the lower 80s. For your Saturday, partly to mostly cloudy skies. A few showers and storms are possible, mainly later in the day, mid-80s. For The Fan, I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Justin Gertz.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Tyvis has a bum wrist from playing football. Bone has a bum wrist from opening the heavy doors at Sheets. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, so Dylan will live to see another day because Dylan tells me he is in the building and he will be joining us momentarily. But
who is he?
Sean Waynes is in the building. That's what Dylan tells me. You can confirm.
I laid eyes upon him.
Okay, so he's laid eyes upon him. But before we get to him, how bad of a show are we that we didn't wish our fearless leader a happy birthday? That's He's right. 55 years old today. You know, you catch him at every North Pole every year. Oh my God. He's a jolly guy with a great Santa Claus beard. He got the look all day long. We hope he is enjoying New York and finding Kevin.
Wow.
Kevin McAllister?
That's right.
That is a shame. Well, happy
All
birthday.
All he wants for his birthday is
Bone.
to see his mother again. So, Bone, you can make that happen. Happy birthday.
Wild.
That movie bothers me so bad.
He said that when he was there, while he's there, he wants to show his kids all the different movie stuff, all the buildings from the different movies and things like
those
that.
Those parents should have been in prison.
I don't understand.
And I think Kevin was part of the problem.
Kevin definitely was a part of the problem. And there he is hitting the studio, walking mid-show. Sean Waynes, you know him from White Chicks. You know him from In Living Color. I still watch his show religiously on Dabble and MTV, the Wayans Bros, every day.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
You might have to turn his mic on, Tyvis.
Oh, his mic is on.
Okay.
Oh, I got to bang. There we go. There you go.
All right. What's up? What's going on, fellas?
Funny Bone tonight. You catch him tonight and tomorrow at Funny Bone.
Yeah, that's right. I'm doing 2 shows tonight and 2 shows tomorrow night at the Funny Bone. Columbus, Ohio.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
Since I've been, since I was 17. So probably about 36, 37 years.
Okay. Do you like that more than the movies?
I love it all.
Okay.
I love movies. I love stand-up. I love TV. I love it all. Wherever there's a check, I love it. I love it.
I feel that.
Hey, I love it.
But, I mean, you had no choice, though, considering the family ties, right? Like, it had to be kind of in the lineage to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I could have not done it.
Sure.
And lived a miserable existence and watched my brothers have insane fun, or I joined the party. So I joined the party. So I always wanted to do stand-up, though, since I was a little kid. You know, I used to watch Keenan, watch Richard Pryor, and when he discovered his dream about wanting to do stand-up, you know, that inspired all of us, and we was all looking at him like, yeah, all right, us too, we gonna do that.
So when you
ain't gonna leave us in the projects. we wrote shoes. Hold up, I see what you doing, bro. Yeah, I love Richard Pryor too, as a matter of fact.
So like growing up in this household, like I would imagine you had to come with the jokes. Everybody's funny. So like who's the funniest?
Everybody was funny. Everybody was funny. My mother was funny. My father was funny. All the kids was funny. You know, there's just a lot of funny going on in the house. And when something funny or something happened to you, like if you got in trouble, then all the other kids was going to make fun of how you got in trouble and what happened to you and how your response was. So it was like there was never a moment of just chilling. Everybody, even if you got a spanking, we were doing impressions of your ass getting a spanking.
All right, so tell me this. You mentioned, obviously, your family. You mentioned Richard Pryor, but who are some of the bigger influences in your comedic journey?
I mean, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy. You know, I loved. Me and Marlon used to watch Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin, Abbott and Costello. The Little Rascals, Bugs Bunny. You know, we watched all of the great the Honeymooners, Ralph Cramden and Art Carney and Jackie Gleason. Like we watched all of the greats. You know, Laurel and Hardy, all of the great Red Fox. Sherman Hemsley, you know, all the great comedy in the zeitgeist, and you know, we took little pieces of knowledge from all of them, and we applied it to what it is that we do.
Did you have to sneak and watch any of these guys? You know, some of the content not family friendly. Did you have to sneak and watch it?
We did have to sneak and watch. I remember me and my friend Joe Asbury snuck and watched Eddie Murphy Delirious. Man, we were cracking up. Man, we laughed so hard, and Eddie became our dude. That's who we loved. And Richard Pryor, I didn't get to see Richard Pryor stand up until I was much older, and I was like, yo, this dude is brilliant. That's my dude.
Do you think comedy is harder today because of like how society is? You know, back in like when y'all first made like scary movies and white chicks and all those things, like comedy was different, and now today it's more sensitive. Do you think it's harder to do comedy now?
I do think the audience is more sensitive, and you know, it's harder and then it's easier. It's like there's not a lot of funny out there. So when people see funny, they are really enjoying it. They're really having a good time with it. You just have to be a little bit more crafty with how you present your comedy now.
Makes sense. Now, I've been telling this story, and I need to know if I'm telling people a lie. The halftime show, the Super Bowl halftime show that we all love, is it true that In Living Color is the reason for that?
Yes, In Living Color.
Yes, I didn't tell him a lie.
You're 100% correct. Before In Living Color, before In Living Color did its half-hour, we did a half-hour comedy special to compete with the Super Bowl, because we knew that Keenan realized that the Super Bowl, they do just a marching band during the halftime. This was back, they just did a marching band during the halftime show, and people used to just leave the house. They'd keep the TV on, but they would leave the living room and nobody would watch. So he's like, yo, let's throw a party and let's put on a Living Color special on at that same time. People will turn from that and watch In Living Color and then turn back and watch the rest of the game. And that's what exactly happened. But that pissed the Super Bowl off. They had Michael Jackson as their Super Bowl halftime show the next year. They had to spend money, so they hate us.
So Tyvis mentioned this, right? But like, you know, you have been making culturally impactful content since before he and I were born.
Yeah.
You know, like, what does it mean to you to have stuff that came out in the 90s that still holds up today.
I think that's wonderful. I'm really happy to see that our work has been passed down to the next generation. You know, because there'll be a lot of kids that come up to me and say, you know, they love my work, and I'm like, you know, that's kind of like past. You know, that happened way before they were born, and I guess their parents or their big brother and sister turned them on to what it is that we do. So it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like what you did was worth all the hard work.
What made you guys want to come back and do Scary Movie 6? Because I know
a check. No, go ahead. What?
I know that y'all did, like, I think y'all was a part of 1 through 3, and then
1 and 2.
1 and 2, and then they did 3, 4, and 5 on their own, and
yes.
then y'all decided to take back for Scary Movie 6.
Yeah.
What made y'all, outside of the check, what made you decide to come back?
Well, we was getting our franchise back.
Okay.
And, you know, that was a nice healing moment for the family, and, you know, something that we worked really hard on to establish and set up and make successful was taken from us. And we had to sit back and watch 3, 4, and 5, you know, out of our hands, and everybody else, you know, eating off our labor,
right?
You know, so it felt good to get it back and go back at it one more game.
Made y'all family members audition for their roles in these.
We did, yeah, we did, we did, yeah.
Y'all could have just gave it to
We could have, but we wanted to make them go through the process, and we wanted to see that they were hungry and that they really wanted it.
Is it anyone that didn't make it?
No, nobody. Everybody who auditioned for their part ended up getting their part. But there's a lot of small parts. You know, it wasn't nothing. You know, it wasn't really major roles except for little Greg, my nephew Greg. He auditioned a few times for his part, and he got it.
Is there what of all the stuff that you've done? What is the one movie or show that you did that you are the most proud of?
Well, I'm proud of all of the stuff that I've done. You know, I look back at all of it with, you know, fond memories and just pure joy because I'm proud of the stuff that we've done. One of the movie that I'm probably the proudest of because of the kind of work that it took to pull it off is White Chicks.
Yeah,
because conceptually it's such a far out there concept that that movie could have went one or two different ways. And luckily it came out on the side of you know of really good. It came out really good and it's been received by the culture and it's a classic. But that movie, I would say I probably am the proudest of.
You enjoying being on tour, city to city, seeing all the people?
I am. I enjoy doing stand up. You know, I don't do it crazy often. I'm not out every single week, but when I go out, I want to be out and go have a good time and try to bring joy to the fans.
Well, make sure y'all go to the Funny Bone tonight and tomorrow. Tickets are still available, correct?
Yes.
Make sure y'all go see Shawn Wayans tonight and tomorrow at the Funny Bone. We appreciate you coming in and giving us a little bit of your time today.
Oh, for sure.
Legend in the building.
Thank you very much.
When we come back, we got Mary Kay Cabot of Cleveland.com to talk some Browns. This is T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Peace.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Looking at some new crashes now popping up towards that east side of Columbus. Starting over by the airport, there is an incident being reported that 270 southbound ramp a little bit slower to 670 westbound. That's because that right lane is closed up ahead. Also, debris on the roadway being reported just outside of places like Whitehall, Reynoldsburg, and even Bryce. It's that right shoulder closed on 70 westbound, just passing 270 out there. Also, still a heads up, a crash 70 westbound by Kirkersville, passing State Route 158. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
At
BMI Federal Credit Union, we believe it's never too early to build smart financial habits. Open a savings account for the youth in your life with just $5, and we will put $100 into a youth certificate. Visit bmifcu.org/youth.
When you renovate a home, you're going into full-time junk production.
How so?
The first stage of renovation is demolition.
We make that junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
When they begin installing the upgrades, a second mountain appears.
Construction scraps and packaging rise into the sky.
We make that mountain disappear, too.
All you have to do is point.
We make room for possibilities.
We make room for possibilities.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit RamosRoofingOhio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at CapitalFordOfColumbus.com. T-Bone would like to take a second to remind everyone that Eddie George is awesome and that Ronnie James Dio was an American treasure. And that pickles are gross. Thank you. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
It's not every day that you get to talk to a Hall of Famer. We are honored to be joined by Mary Kay Cabot of Cleveland.com on the Bryant Heating and Cooling System fan guest hotline. Mary Kay, have you made it to Chicago yet?
No, I will be leaving in a couple of hours. Really looking forward to it. The team did go yesterday to go have a team dinner there, but the game isn't until tomorrow, so I'm leaving today.
Is there anything you looking forward to food-wise? So how do y'all do it? I know all the beat reporters get together, and usually y'all have a meal. What's the restaurant of choice?
Well, Chris Fedor, our Cavs writer, was telling me yesterday that I have to go to a burger place, and I can't remember the name of it. It was something like
Cheval. Yep, I know it well.
Is that it? Okay. So that is what I'm going to try. I'm my dad's daughter. I'm a burger girl. I'm going for it.
Well, it's enjoyable. Plenty there to get that you'll enjoy. But as we look at the preseason action that we will see, what are your biggest points of emphasis for tomorrow?
Well, first and foremost, of course, I'm very, very curious to see how Deshaun Watson performs in a live setting for the first time in almost 2 years. My goodness, to be going out there after coming off of 2 Achilles surgeries and the last time he played not feeling right about his shoulder, to see if he can put it all together and kind of go out and seize the moment, I think that's huge. And next week is such a pivotal week for the Browns that I think Deshaun is really going to have to prove something to them on Saturday afternoon. So let's see how he does.
You know, when you look at this schedule, how they doing preseason games, do you know how Todd Monken is going to divvy up the reps? Like, is Deshaun playing a half, a quarter? Is Shador getting a quarter? Do you know how they're splitting that up?
Well, Todd Monken says that he's going to play Deshaun Watson about the first half of this game. Will he actually do that? I don't know. It's hard for me to believe that he's going to keep him in there an entire half of the game. If he sees enough of what he wants to see in the first quarter or maybe the first quarter and a half, maybe he gets him out of there healthy and doesn't put him at any risk when you've got some really young guys on the Bears that I'm sure are going to be trying to make a name for themselves and prove themselves. And then you've got some backup linemen that will be in for the Cleveland Browns by that time. So I would have to think that if he can sustain a couple of nice drives in the first quarter, that maybe he will earn himself a ticket to the bench. But Todd Monken really, really wants to see a 2-minute drill at the end of the half. I don't know if that's worth putting your potential starting quarterback at that kind of risk in a preseason game for the first time in 2 years that he's played. But we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, if it happens like that, it won't come at some kind of a cost.
And preseason's also big for the rookies. This will be the first time that they go through all of the, the routine of getting ready for a game and going through pregame and then obviously stepping on the field. But who could we expect to have some big performances out of the rookie class?
Well, I'll tell you what, keep an eye on Denzel Boston and Casey Concepcion. Those two guys have been dynamite in practice, and I think they're going to make some big catches in this game. Again, Shedeur Sanders is supposed to come in the third quarter, so watch for that. And then, of course, he's got a lot to prove himself, and he will get the start next week and play up to a half with that 2-minute drill at the end of the half. Hopefully is what Todd is looking for there. But these two young guys have been amazing in camp. Denzel Boston catching everything that comes his way. The lights have really come on for these two guys. Casey, he's held on to the ball. He's looked really, really good. And that's what those guys have to do. Denzel has to prove that he can get in and out of his breaks quickly and hang on against. Now, I don't think the Bears are going to be playing many of their starters, but if he does play against starting cornerbacks, I think that's one thing that he needs to prove is that he can take on the opposing team's best cornerback and still do all the things we've been seeing him do in camp.
We're talking with Mary Kay Cabot of Cleveland.com on the Bryant Heating and Cooling System fan guest hotline. Mary Kay, there is a bunch of defensive players that's been out. You know, Mike Hall has been out. Mason Graham's missed some time. Carson Schlesinger. Will we see any of them in tomorrow's preseason game? And if not, who do you expect to see out there for defense?
Well, it's been very disappointing that we haven't seen Mike Hall since August 3rd. That's when Quinshon Judkins and Mike Hall had that incident in practice where Quinshon blocked him real hard when he wasn't looking. He was kind of doubled over for some reason at that point. I don't think it was that particular incident that led to Mike Hall not being out there since then, but there's something going on with him. We haven't seen him at all. And then Carson Schlesinger, he hasn't been practicing at all for, the past couple of weeks. And that's really unfortunate because those are some of your best guys there. They've been really thin at the defensive tackle position. So this is an opportunity for some of the younger guys to step up and show what they can do. In terms of on the defensive line, edge rusher Jared Verse. Really looking forward to seeing what Jared Verse is all about. He's been a load in camp. He's just been really a beast in camp, getting there in that backfield and going head-to-head with Spencer Fano. Also looking forward to seeing Spencer Fano, by the way, make his debut at left tackle. But again, defensively, we really haven't seen much of Denzel. We haven't seen a whole bunch of Tyson Campbell. So, we've been seeing the likes of Trey Avery at cornerback and some of those younger guys. And that's what this is an opportunity to see is how they are integrating into the new scheme.
So one of the issues that have popped up during camp so far is these procedural problems, getting up to the line of scrimmage, getting everybody lined up, snapping the ball under the clock there. Has Todd Monken talked about ways that he's trying to overcome that point of frustration?
It's been talked about every single day. I have never heard a training camp with as much cadence talk as this one. It is something that is just hammered away at every single day. And part of the reason for that is because they're not getting it right. It's a weapon in Todd Monken's offense. He wants it used effectively. And when you have 5 brand new offensive linemen, 5 guys that really haven't even been out there very much together, and we don't even 100% for sure know who all those 5 guys are going to be yet, you're going to have some issues with that when you have young players all across the board and a brand new offense, a new terminology. It's not going to be a well-oiled machine in the early going. It hasn't been so far, but that's why I think that Deshaun Watson might have the edge right now and the inside track to start this season because I think he might be better able to handle all of those cadence issues and also use cadence as a weapon in the early going while Shedeur kind of comes up to speed on all of that.
Mary Kay, I'll get you out on this one. One of my favorite players that I enjoy watching when they drafted him was Emmanuel McNeil Warren. Will we get a chance to see him with the ones in this preseason opener?
I think so. And if he's not right away with the ones, which I think he will be, if he's not, then he will be in there very soon. He's been really, really good. He's a ball hawk. He just has that uncanny knack for knowing to be around the football. I think you're going to see him punch some balls out this year. I think you're going to see him intercept some passes. I think he's going to be a big playmaker. I don't think the moment will be too big for him. And I think he's going to be a tremendous addition to this defense.
Thank you, Mary Kay. I hope you enjoy Chicago, and I hope the Browns pull out a win for you. That'll make coverage much, much easier.
It would be fun.
Thank you, Mary Kay. All right, when we come back, we'll hit the buzzer and talk to Uncle Bo. This is T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Over by the west side, we are still watching that left shoulder a little restricted out there for drivers after a crash 270 northbound just beyond 70 out there. So be aware as you're stepping out the door. At least some better news if you're traveling to downtown, especially from that east side. We had a crash that just cleared up 70 westbound as soon as you pass 33. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
On this episode of Science Stuff, we're examining the fastest things on the planet, like the cheetah. It can reach a land speed of over, probably having an off day happens to everybody, but here is the American race car. People love the thrill of the... Okay. Next up is the Falcon. Oh, all right. Oh, great Caesar's ghost, what was that? Why, I think we've found the fastest... Let's watch in slow motion.
Hi, it's Alex, the friendly Apex.
It's Apex Pros, the pros who knows. They're the fastest thing on the planet. When you have a problem with your plumbing, furnace, air conditioner, or electrical system, Apex Pros gets to you faster than apparently everything. Leaves are blown from trees. Paint is stripped from buildings. Mothers clutch their children's hands. Because when you have something broken in your plumbing, HVAC, or electrical, you don't want to wait.
Columbus loves Apex Pros. ApexPros.com.
Your next getaway is closer than you think at your Columbus Zoo. Baby elephants, playful tigers, hungry giraffes. Explore North America Trek and discover rescued bear cubs, eagles, and more. Plan your visit today at columbuszoo.org.
The magic of Harry Potter is now at Tim's. Choose your Hogwarts house donut. Summon the refreshing flavor of sparkling Patronus, or seek out the delicious golden snitch Timbit. Try them all at Tim's.
At participating U.S. restaurants while supplies last.
How do you know you got a great deal? You came to Coughlin Ford. Lease a new 26 Bronco Sport or Maverick, $399 a month. Get 0% APR on a new 26 F-150 Super Crew 4x4 STX or lease for $499 a month. Visit CoughlinFord.com.
Coughlin has the car for you. 36-month lease, $29.98 due at signing. Not all buyers will qualify. 7,500 miles per year, 25 cents per mile. Excludes tax, title, and registration. $395 disposition fee at lease end. No security deposit. 0% for 36 months equals $27.78 for 1,000 finance. With approved credit through Ford Motor Credit. Ends 8/31/26.
I need a small order of sheet metal to repair something in the shop. It's not much, but can you help me out?
At Metal Supermarkets, no order is too small.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What about small home projects?
Yep.
For a car I'm working on?
Yep.
Any kind of metal?
Yep.
Cut to size?
Yep.
With no minimum order?
Yep.
How about 1,000 cut pieces of aluminum flat bar?
Yep. Choose from over 8,000 types, shapes, and grades of metal in any quantity you need. And yes, we're serious. Any metal, any size, ready fast. Locally owned on Wilson Road.
Before you hit the grill this weekend, ask yourself one question. Does this need Paisano peppers? Burgers? Yep. Sausage? Absolutely. Pizza? You better believe it. Paisano peppers, authentic, additive-free peppers, add the perfect kick to any dish. The only thing we don't recommend putting them on is your ice cream. And honestly, somebody's probably doing that too. Find Paisano peppers at local retailers across Central Ohio and taste what your food's been missing. Paisano peppers, because bland is boring.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If your energy bills have been skyrocketing, well, you're not alone. And you're probably looking for a solution to fix that. One of the best ways you can reduce your energy costs is by getting new windows with better seals. Energy-efficient windows from a company that knows what they're doing, that stands behind their product with a lifetime warranty, and a company that's installed over 3 million windows across the country. I'm talking, of course, about Window Nation. The pros at Window Nation can help you get new energy-efficient windows at a great price. Right now, you can get 50% off all window styles, and you could even get 0 down payment, no payments or interest for 2 years. And like I said, Window Nation windows will help you save on your energy costs, keeping the cool air in during the summer, and of course, when we get to winter, keeping that warm air in as well. Again, 50% off all window styles, and you could get 0 down payment, no payments or interest for 2 years from Window Nation. Schedule your fast free consultation now at windownation.com. Once again, that's windownation.com. Window Nation is a proud partner of the Wounded Warrior Project.
Cheetah Green with Skip Mossick.
Saturday, we'll visit with former OSU great John Cook. Plus, we'll head to Memphis and talk PGA Tour playoffs with Golf Channel's Ron Syrak.
Cheetah Green with Skip Mossick. Saturday mornings at 9 on The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971 The thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis played in some of the biggest stadiums in the world. T-Bone has eaten some of the biggest pizzas in the world. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Today, the fan poll sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub. Should the Columbus Blue Jackets name Zach Werenski captain of the team? 76% says it yes. Joining us, Uncle Bo. What's going on, buddy? What, you not a fan of that?
Did anybody ask him yesterday if you were offered a contract extension right now, would you sign it?
No, and your wonderful producer is upset about that.
Well, I would think that would be the answer to the question why you can't be a C.
They said yes.
I know what the people are saying. I just think,
listen, he's the best player on the team, so they figured give it to him.
Was that your guys' rule? Best player on the team's the captain?
No.
No, because we wouldn't have had it.
Yeah, neither one of us would have made
it. Bo, are you excited for some? What preseason games did you watch last night? Was there anybody that stuck out? Drew Aller, right?
Yeah, Will played well too. I mean, they were accurate. I was happy for Drew. I mean, he's been through a lot, right, with all the stuff at Penn State, and so I was really happy for him to have a nice night. That's one that you're going to remember forever. I had a scrimmage with NBC, and so I didn't get to see the beginning of things. So that went a little bit into the night. So, but I did able to pop around and see some stuff. Look, football's back, right? So that's kind of what matters. I love the first preseason games. I think it's fun to see the rookies play for the first time. Mendoza played, and Jeremiah Love, and all of that stuff. And obviously, whatever. I'm excited to see what it looks like tomorrow for the Browns as well.
Joshua, what was your first preseason game like?
It was.
Who did you play?
Who'd you play?
I don't know why you would ask me that.
You don't remember?
Dude,
man,
Concussion City over here.
I remember mine like it was yesterday. I was very kind of emotional about it.
I bet you were.
Because it was like, all right, so like when in that year, I was like the final Buckeye and everything. I was the final Buckeye to get picked up by a team because I went undrafted. At the combine, I was the final Buckeye to perform in like the 40-yard dash and all that because DBs went last. Yeah. And then when he got to the game, all of my teammates had already played in preseason games. So I literally was like the last preseason game for people that like for former Buckeyes to watch. So I just remember at that moment, it was like a lot. It's like, man, I've been through a lot to get to this moment. And I was kind of emotional, like running out of the tunnel and all those things. But it's like I'm finally here. Yeah. And I remember having one of the best preseason games ever. I mean, it was on special teams. I had a tackle. I tackled DeAnthony Thomas inside the 10 on kickoff. I about downed the punt on the 1, but my toe stepped on the line, so that made me upset. I had an interception in that game. I had a crackback block, big crackback block. Oh, Bo, I was out there
taking notice.
Can't do that anymore.
No, you can't.
Cam Chancellor thinks you're coming for his job.
Listen, I had a day.
That's awesome.
It was, I don't know how, we don't remember your game?
It was the Tennessee Titans.
And how'd you do?
I was fine. I had a few tackles. We got our butt kicked. That was the theme of the season.
Did you walk away knowing, like, I can be in this league? Because I walked away like, man, I absolutely am here dominating this league.
I walked away thinking there was some meat left on the bone.
I think that's really interesting and interesting for the audience to hear because you guys played at the highest level you can play at collegiately. Won national championships, number one teams in the country, and all of that. And there's still, and you say to yourself, well, what more validation you need of your greatness and what you're capable of than that? But there's still one other level, right? And until you do it, and then there's that thing, and then that one I would imagine that's even got to be harder to wrap your head around. Like when you put on an NFL helmet for the first time or a jersey, there's 32 teams, man. Like there ain't much. And to get to that level, I think has got it. I totally get that, buddy. It makes all the sense in the world that you'd be emotional and that you would say to yourself, like, want to prove that you can still play even at that level, even though you proved all that you had proved at the college level. It makes sense to me.
That's why I kind of sympathize a lot with, like, these guys that's going out there in the preseason because people be like, well, preseason don't matter. And I get it. And I get it because, like, in the gist, I get, like, to the casual fan, it doesn't matter. But, like, when you live it and you know, like, this is your only opportunity to make the roster, like, it means everything. Like, to the starters.
Here, I got one for both of you guys. When you guys were rookie years, In your rookie years, how many jobs did you were really up for grabs with the Chargers and the Seahawks?
0 in the secondary.
We had a few. That was really about it.
0 in the secondary. It was Earl, Cam, Brandon.
I'm not talking about starters. I'm talking about spots on the roster.
On the roster? Ooh.
On the roster in Seattle, how many do you think were actually up for grabs?
If I had to guess, probably
and you're cutting to 53.
Like 4 or 5.
I would say
Okay.
we probably had between 7 and 10 spots that could turn over realistically. We had a bad roster.
Yeah.
Well,
But that's what people don't realize. So, no, you'd obviously not. But I mean, I was thinking about, even from like a Browns perspective, and thinking about what those guys at the bottom of the roster are playing for on Sunday. They're playing for, Zagur and I did this the other day. There's maybe like, you could go through the roster and you go, okay, it's certainly these 5 receivers for sure. So it's 1 fighting for 2 spots. You could go that at tackle. You could, or go that on the offensive line. There aren't that many spots, even on a team that won 5 games and 8 over the last 2 years. There's maybe 10 spots.
Yeah.
So you look around and you go, oh my, well, there's 80 guys out here, and 43 are locks.
Yeah,
that's a lot left. You know what I mean?
Well, not to turn this into like a bottom of the roster conversation, but I made most of my money covering kicks, and like even seeing how the special teams in the NFL have changed, like it shifts the emphasis from guys who are core teamers to like, you really have to have value at a position.
Yeah.
You can't just be that ace special teamer anymore. It's like you got to be able to play your position too.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm a little bit upset about that, to be quite honest with you, because I made a living off of special teams as well. All right, Bo, what do you got coming up on the show? What can people expect to hear?
Nothing. I didn't even send a rundown.
It's Friday.
I didn't even send a rundown. No rundown. Like, we're just going to wing it. Just see what happens.
You know what?
No, we'll do a lot of football.
Sometimes those are the best shows.
Sometimes they are. No, we're good. We got Doug and Tim coming up. What we learned this week. We closed out 20 Most Interesting on Monday. So we'll get into that a little bit. And then, of course, big preseason game tomorrow for Deshaun Watson. Has not played an NFL snap against another team since October of 2024. So curious to see what he looks like tomorrow.
Bo, this has nothing to do with your show, but are the kids back in school yet?
Dude, they start Tuesday.
Okay.
They got Tuesday, so I've got a 5th, a 7th, and a 9th.
Ooh.
So, three different schools. Yeah, pretty big panic sweats on the drop-off situation for. So, like, the two older, they're like 8 or 7:45 is when their school starts. The little guy's 8:45. So it's a drop-off coordination, different locations. I've got it mapped out. I'm not real confident on some of the traffic patterns, but we'll see what we can do.
You gotta do a dry run. You know, that first one doesn't really count, right? Like you gotta get into it.
Yeah, I got to get the rhythm of the road down. I got to deal with who idiot is not going to follow the rules and go backwards against traffic. Like, there's a lot of variables that you're going to have to deal with. Got to keep your head on a swivel. It's a lot like Nam. Try to get out alive, boys. That's all we can do.
Thanks, Bo.
You're not going to win.
Thank you, Bo.
See you, boys.
We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all listen to Bishop and Friends for the next 3. We'll hit the buzzer.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Feeling the heat? Call the experts at Logan Services now for hot deals on train systems, including 0% APR for 60 months.
Not a lot of time today for the buzzer, so the buzzer today is for you. I want you guys to leave us a voicemail over this weekend. I want you to enjoy whatever it is that you're getting into. And if you ever want to wish Bone a happy birthday, you can always call 614-460-8010 to leave him a voicemail for his birthday. We know that he's probably somewhere in New York sipping bourbon, enjoying his family. That's it for us. We'll see you guys next week. You guys have a wonderful weekend. This has been T-Bone and Tyvis right here on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Over by the west side, we are still watching that left shoulder a little restricted out there for drivers after a crash. 270 northbound just beyond 70 out there. So be aware as you're stepping out the door. At least some better news if you're traveling to downtown, especially from that east side. We had a crash that just cleared up 70 westbound as soon as you pass the